When we last left the streets of Bleakstone, our merry band of adventurers had settled down, trying to recover from their previous engagement against the rolling gallows. Through a series of mishaps, our heroes eventually decided to try and track down the escaped bandit, trying to find a scryer who could pinpoint his location. As they journeyed around, as they passed around town, they discovered that there was a skilled scryer living in the small settlement of Riverside, the place where the Quiet Guild keeps their dead. After a brief scolding by Lady Bright Eyes and reuniting with Big, who was just having a wonderful, wonderful day, our hero set out for an adventure, set out for their next quest. Upon seeing the Riverside building far off in the horizon, as they got close, they saw beasts wandering around the outside. So, as we go back to our merry band of adventurers, as you approach Riverside, you see a small, well-chipped and worn sign on the outside bearing the name of the settlement. A few building. As you approach the building, you see a well-worn sign on the outside, clanging in the wind as the worn lettering of Riverside emblazoned upon it is made available to you. Is made visible to you. A good few beasts are wandering around what seem to have been, until recently, inhabited buildings, with a good few coffins strewn around the outside in what seems to be the local business. A few beasts are wandering around, one notably larger and more bestial than the others, with a few even seeming to have a bit of sense about them, walking on 2 feet and muttering strange things to themselves. You see a few lights on in the house, indicating there may be survivors. So, what's the plan, friends?
Can we make out at all what the muttering one is doing? Or, saying? Does it, seem to be an actual language?
Doesn't seem to be an actual language. You see
random
You see it's just a little bit of random muttering, but you do see it as it's sort of walks around. You see what seem to be some glowing letters on the wall, and it seems to stop and look towards them, mutter something more, and then walk towards another word, start muttering more, and there's sort of 3 main words on the walls it seems to be interacting with.
Can I read what they are?
Do you know Druidic?
Druidic. I do not.
Who in our party would know Druidic?
Before we get really far into it, do you guys want me to go get my tower fan just set up over there?
Please, I beg.
That'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, yes, as you watch, as you see the less bestial beasts wandering from post to post, you notice that the language seems to be similar to the scribings of the medicine you got the other day.
I forget.
Druidic.
I forget if I actually read that.
You held it.
That doesn't mean I looked at it.
No, but I mean...
True, you just use it to try and frame big for assault.
Hold on. Let me roll to see if Vane cared enough.
Unlikely.
Roll for
Oh.
apathy.
Yeah, roll amount of fucks Vane gave.
That was a 3
3 whole fucks.
out of 20. He did not care. If someone else wishes to look at those writings, go ahead.
Can I tell what their purpose might be with an Arcana check?
Sure.
Dope. Swank.
I'm glad we've got a druid here.
Dope. Swank even.
Oh.
What'd you roll?
That's not magical writing. That's just natural.
Those are rock formations.
This cave appears to be an unnatural formation.
I may have rolled a natural 1.
This is the worst graffiti you've ever seen in your life.
Worse than the ancient Roman graffiti.
And the
You're pretty sure
graffiti-
it's written in Elvish.
and the graffiti you hate so much makes you speak so loud you alert everyone there. Roll for initiative.
But yes, unfortunately, you were not unable to identify the writings either.
Okay, now Big, would you like to show some initiative?
I was just waiting for my turn.
Well, just beat the shit out of Caleb and take it yourself.
Big,
Clearly, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, just you like trying to read the wall.
It has been a while since I dealt with magic. I deal with mechanics and guns.
Made with magic.
But I don't
Yep.
deal with
Shut up.
reading. But I don't deal with reading.
You're
That's for
literally
nerds.
You are literally a half-caster.
Shut up.
You dumb fuck. What is your intelligence again?
God, maybe your dad deserved to die.
Would anyone else like to try and identify the writings?
Yeah,
Let's see if
sure.
a Niker can read them. Why not?
Roll fast, quickly, big. I beg.
Go, Big,
He
go.
speaks Druidic. He can just read it.
Just read it. Read it. Read it.
You're actually rolling for a Nika.
Make my day.
This is on you.
1.
Make my day. What does the Nika think it says?
And I can just kind of squints intensely at the lettering. I've seen more creative insults in that barrel of books that tumbled down the hill the other day. Called it the tumbler.
Anyway, Big, what do you read?
Anywho,
Let me steal agency from your character and force you to read it.
Hello. All right. Yeah. I would like to read what it says.
as you look, you see the glowing letters seem to read words such as attract, kill, and contain.
Oh.
Seduce
Yes,
and
that is a
destroy.
reference.
Seduce and destroy, my favorite tactic.
This reminds me of some sort of organization. So this is written in Druidic. You said it's glowing runes.
Yes.
So is this some kind of spell then?
It seems to be some sort of druidic magic, yes.
All right. And you said it's got the creatures just surrounding it.
Yes. As far as you can tell, it seems to have been what caused the beasts to come here.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'll announce to the party. It seems to be a spell to attract and contain the beasts. It's what drew them here.
So would that mean that we could just take them out without worrying about them coming to attack us back?
There's a chance of that, but I'm not sure how strong the compulsion or exactly what it's doing.
If you'd like to get a better idea of what it's doing, you're welcome to roll an Arcana check.
Yeah. Nope. That's a 7.
Plus your Arcana.
No, it was a 4 before that.
Ah,
Oh.
Now that I know what it is, can I roll to see if I can sense the magics,
Sense the magics. I love that.
magical flow, and see what it's doing? Maybe.
I'll
The
say
weave.
with disadvantage you can roll.
Okay.
Analyze the weave.
It'd be a 9. There do be magic.
Oh, yeah, like, as far as the two of you can tell, it does seem to be just like a minor command spell to, like, bring the beasts in. You don't know if it will keep them in place, or if it's meant to be a prison of sort, or cage for them, or what have you.
want to see if Rouse and Caleb just know anything more?
Caleb has the weirdest feeling in his left pinky toe that this works exactly this way.
That's, well, Rouse rolled a 19.
Oh. Oh, yeah, Rollis, you... There have been a few border disputes with the druids before. You recall that they tend to use these spells to bring in either infected or just normal animals so that they can serve as guards, since they're just ways to sort of like secure their border is that they will put up a few posts like this to bring in beasts and patrol it, or the infected.
Rouse will just walk by and go, it's so that they can bring in more animals. Bring in some beasts, but it's more for bringing in animals to guard the town.
Clever.
Well, these beasts might need to be taken care of.
And Nika, where's the guy we're looking for?
Well, he's supposed to be here, but, seems like something's sort of run amok through here. It'll depend. He'll either be out somewhere safe, or he'll be in there, holding down the fort.
I was about to cover the microphone for this, but this might actually be a good thing for me to do. So just as a very quick reminder, because, rat brain, this is the place for the munis, right?
No.
No, this isn't? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Riverside is just like an outpost where they, like, had the cemetery being run, so that, like, since holy ground, it keeps the bodies from being reanimated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the audience is going to get very frustrated with my inability to retain information.
No worries,
but
no worries. It's been a while. It's been a
Also-
week or so.
You don't watch a lot of D&D shows, do you?
I really don't.
Believe me, it's about the same.
The people who can't remember information are the most beloved, i.e. Grog.
So the area with the beasts, about how many did you say there were?
There's one very big one, and one very large one who seems to be someone with the final stages of the illness,
Mhm.
and 4 more that are out in stage 3. So, like, still upright, but very bestial,
And
bit too far
where
gone.
exactly are they relative to us?
They're sort of patrolling around the outside of the building, so they're like spaced out around 20 to 30 feet away.
What time of day is it right now? Is it like just still sort of middle of the day?
Yeah, I'd say it's around noon or so.
Okay.
Okay, how
Since-
far? Sorry, how
Yes,
far
yeah, we
apart
did
are they?
leave fairly early, didn't we?
They're around 10 feet apart or so.
All right, so
From each other.
I could entangle them.
Hmm.
There's a decent chance that would stop them. They'd have to be to roll to move.
Stop a good few of them, yeah. Stop about 3 of them.
They blocking us from getting into town?
Hmm?
They blocking us from getting in?
They're sort of patrolling around like this very large building and a few of the surrounding houses and stuff.
Question on your spell. It makes it difficult terrain, correct?
It makes it difficult terrain, but if you start in it, start your turn in it, you're ensnared and have to beat a roll.
So if it makes it difficult terrain, even if they fail, they still. What is difficult terrain? Is it half speed?
Yes,
It's half speed.
So, okay.
but they're just completely immobile if they fail the roll.
Yeah.
Well, it technically, instead of being able to move 5 feet, it takes it twice the movement to move 5 feet,
Okay.
mechanically speaking.
If you could do 30 feet, you're stuck with 15.
As long as you're in it, but if you get if you move 5 feet out, that would eat up 10 feet and have another 20 feet of movement.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we could do that, and then I can unleash a scorching ray or something. Or I probably don't want to use scorching ray this early, but can use a fire spell.
Careful, bud.
Caleb has just almost died.
The rogue, everybody.
Our most nimble player.
Truly dexterous. But yeah, if you can get them immobile, my create bonfire can just be placed immediately under them. Because if they're tangled, they automatically fail dex checks. Isn't that correct?
Don't
If they're
know
They're
off the top of my
basically
head, maybe.
prone. They're basically prone. think.
I believe they do. If they're because they would be restrained.
yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, it gives them the restrain stat, or like affliction or whatever.
Oh, it has disadvantage on dex save. Yeah. So its speed becomes 0, can't benefit from bonuses to speed. Attacks against it have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage, and then it has disadvantage on dex saves. Okay. So that would work with my create bonfire, so yeah, we could do that.
Alright. I guess, should we...
Big, if you would be so kind as to use that same vine spell you had used to ensnare the bandit.
Wow, Vane's being real personable today.
Yeah, very polite. Well, he doesn't hate Big.
We're on a job right now.
Alright, so is everybody good with how we're going to do this then?
I'm sorry, I was getting pizza. What's the plan?
He's going to create the vines that either restrain or make it difficult terrain, and then I can start creating bonfires.
The
And
fuck
they'll
did you
have-
find pizza on this field?
What's a pizza?
I'm sorry, I built an oven into my ass.
No, he's not the cyborg. He built it to Rouse.
No, it's in my armor. See? He just opens a fucking like oven, and out comes pizza rolls.
But
It
they're
keeps
like,
me nice and toasty on winter nights.
no, it's like your left shin opens up, and it's like microscopic bakery. So it's like it looks like a full-size pizza, but it's like a single millimeter radius.
I got
So
the
you can-
idea. I
it's
got
one
the
of those,
idea from a halfling
easy
friend of
bake
mine. His
ovens.
name was Cesar.
Oh, God.
And inside is also it's just literally an entire like microscopic pizzeria with a very tiny homunculus cooking the pizza.
Yeah,
Bas-
so...
Big is going to cast the vine spell, and then I'm going to cast create bonfire. Any objections?
Yeah, Rallis, do you have any better ideas?
Doesn't see me.
For all we know, we could just walk by.
If you want to try that.
From the knowledge we have, they're being used as guards for the town.
Well, they were attracted to the town. We don't know if the spell actually controls what they do beyond just acting like guard dogs.
That's fair.
We don't know what these things will consider as...
Well, wouldn't you have been here before? Wouldn't you know how this normally goes?
Have I been here before? It's probable. If he needs to get information for food.
True. Sure. Since you've been like surveying and stuff, we'll say you have been here before, and the beasts are new.
Beasts are new, so
Beasts are new, and writing in Druidic, there's a big town. There's a big faction of druids who don't much like to groups out there. It's you can probably put 2 and 2 together.
It's highly probable this was not intended to help the town.
I guess Rallis just kind of shrugs and goes, there's a very slight chance that they're helping the town. They might be... The druids probably brought them here to starve them out. Might be best if we kill them.
Alright.
Alright then. Yeah, I'll cast Entangle centered on the building, and that's a 20-foot
Alright.
square.
With that, I'd say you could get either the big creature and 2 of the smaller ones, or 3 of the small creatures. Which one would you like to get?
Probably the big one.
The big one is probably the most
Well,
dangerous
the big one we're less likely to have fail the roll, but if we do get him, it's better.
I mean, we can just annihilate.
I mean, if he survives it, he's still in difficult terrain.
Yeah. And I'll have plenty
Alright,
of
then
time.
yeah, we'll center it so that it also catches the larger one.
Yeah, so the
Gotcha. All right. And is that a deck save or?
I believe yes for entangle.
For entangle, it just says strength.
Ah,
So it's strength
strength.
save.
It's a strength check.
Ah. We'll do the big
Against
one
your
first.
saving, your DC.
Yeah, against my spell save
Spell
DC.
save.
Would that have gone up when I leveled up?
No.
Only
Because it would only go up if your spell modifier skill went up or if your proficiency bonus went up.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And the proficiency bonus wouldn't go up. would it?
No,
Not yet.
mine didn't go up. Mine doesn't go up till next level.
So it's
Yeah,
a 14.
Yeah, it's level 6 is when it goes up.
All right. Big one
Yeah.
failed. For a small one.
How does that work with a multi-class?
Small
Does it
one.
go up
One
when
of
you
the
would
small ones
when
succeeded.
Sweet.
you would be level 6 combined
Yes.
or
For things
And
like
the other
proficiency,
small
it
one
goes with
failed.
Combined.
okay.
So you got the big one and a small one, but the second small one just sort of like ducks out of the way as it sees the other beast nearby getting entangled and gives a very angry little snarl there.
And we're within 60 feet, right?
Ah, yes.
Well, I couldn't. My spell has a range of 90, so we couldn't be too much further.
Okay. So yeah, or do we need to roll initiative or do?
This would be technically surprise attack.
Well, we're far enough away from them that they're not going to get here in one turn anyway. So
Yeah, if you
Let's
guys,
double move.
yeah, we'll say it's a round of surprise.
Okay. Then
Since you guys are ambushing them.
in that case, I will cast Create Bonfire underneath the big one.
Oh, all
It will
right.
need to make a dex save with disadvantage.
Ah, yes.
I don't have a gun built into my armor yet, so I can't do anything
Yet.
yet.
Just use your action to throw Caleb. He is
just
the
throw a
gun.
rock.
He has a gun.
Yeah, throw him.
All
Therefore,
right. So that'll
we're using
be
a gun.
11.
11 is that fails as I am a 16.
Ah.
Save.
Yours is higher than mine by a good bit.
Yeah. Because I have really high charisma.
You two combo disgustingly well.
Yeah, they're just outside my lightning breath range.
I mean, I am a fiend warlock blaster, and he is a druid
Utility
AoE
mage, yeah.
utility.
Oh yeah. Speaking of AoE, I've got
Dude,
Earth
I'm a
Trimmer now.
Dude, I'm a blaster too.
So let's see. So it takes 1d8 fire damage.
I went full on into melee, and everyone else has ranged.
You'll have range soon.
Yeah, eventually.
That
I
is
technically have a
max
crossbow, but it's not built into my armor.
Yeah, but
so
that's
I'm
not
gonna
that's
use
not
it.
as cool as a gun.
If the crossbow was, or if we had built it into my armor by now, I would use it. But
Yeah. Okay, so for the create bonfire, that is 16 fire damage.
Oh my.
Yep, I rolled max damage.
these things are weak to fire.
Ah, this one is the big one.
Holy
So that'll be
shit.
32 fire damage.
Shit.
As for the smaller ones, they have a fear of fire. So I need to roll something real quick.
Question: Does I've never looked at Create Bonfire. Does it have any saves, or is it just straight damage?
It is a dexterity saving throw.
To dodge the fire.
Yeah, it fills a 5-foot cube. Any creature in the space, when it's cast or trying to move through the space, has to make a dex save.
Okay.
Or if it ends its turn there.
Basically, Vane just looks at them. Throws
How
some
many
fin-
rolled a 1?
So, 3 of them failed to save and are now frightened and are moving away from the fire as far as they can.
One of which
the-
is entangled.
The one who succeeded is entangled, so he is not bothered by the fire, but he is still entangled.
Well,
Are
we
your
won.
vines flammable?
They are vines.
I have no idea what happened.
I think the DM can do with that as he
my
please.
concentration
Oh,
is supposed to what keeps them up, but I don't know when they're
Actually-
lit on fire.
Actually, I'm stupid. Since I'm above 5th level, it's 2d8 fire damage.
Oh.
I forgot to.
Eh,
4 additional fire damage.
So that's like what, 36?
And the plus times 2.
Yeah,
so it would be
30.
8 additional fire damage.
So 40.
Oh
So
my
it's
god,
40.
that's right.
So yeah, 40.
And then all of a
Slight-
sudden, Vane just became the main character.
Bruh.
How does it feel, man?
So,
Suddenly, Vane
as the-
realized, oh wait, my fire is hotter than that, and it did more damage.
A
Oh,
rage
yeah.
inside burns hotter.
So as a good chunk of the beasts begin to flee,
By that he means a good chunk of the beast begins to burn off.
The one very large beast gives a mighty roar as its one unfriend entangled ally turn towards you with hate in their eyes. Roll for initiative, everyone.
Well, does Caleb get to get at least one shot off?
Oh, would you like to get a shot off, friend?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sorry, I forgot I was around a surprise.
Yes.
Would I be able to cast another spell? Or
Yeah,
no,
sure, here you
No,
go.
that was Entangle.
Okay.
That was your surprise round thing.
Gotcha. I didn't know how that worked.
The most I could
we'll
do
do
is just
this.
move forward, but I'm not going to run ahead.
You could tap the ground with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, I'd like to take the ground with a 10-foot pole.
Still
A
need me to
10-foot
roll
pole
to hit.
extends from your hand.
Still need me to roll to hit.
Ah, yes, please.
I'm assuming with advantage since
Yeah,
I-
because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
entangled.
Yeah. Attacks against them have advantage.
They probably don't have super high AC.
Plus your dex is pretty good.
Yeah. So about a 15. Does that also include proficiency bonus?
Yes.
So 18.
Oh. Was that against the big one or the little one?
Which one just took all that massive fucking fire damage?
big one.
The big one.
Let's hit the big one.
Ah, that'll hit the big one.
All right. Oh,
Trying to steal my kills.
what do you expect me to do? To just shoot all the f***ing little ones?
Did
Yes.
the big one
Why?
make his
Because they're
save
little.
against the entangled?
They're a perfect size for you.
No.
Okay.
Weakling. Little bitch.
I guess if he has
people.
advantage, then
I stole
it
your
doesn't
kill on
matter.
that
You can have
Minotaur.
sneak attack anyway.
I also took the hit.
And I still killed it. Anyway, so 2d8 piercing damage. No.
Plus the sneak
Yes.
attack damage.
I love this game. I really do. Is that? No,
Which is 2d6 now, I believe.
I think so.
Wait,
Because you leveled rogue last time, didn't you?
yes.
Then yeah, I think that was the point. Was you got to 2d6?
I love this goddamn game. I really do.
Yeah, 'cause it's-
All right, that's,
That's
an
the
8.
goal.
Yeah, he's a level 3, right?
yeah, he went up to level 3.
Yeah, so 2d6.
Alright. Cool. So that's a 15.
Also, was that your magic gun, the one with the +1 damage?
Yes.
Okay.
So a 16 on top. We'll add that after everything.
So it's dead now, right?
What did you get?
Well, that's the first sneak attack die is a 6.
Ah.
That would be another 6.
The second one was also a 6.
Me and you are just rolling damage. The blasters be blasting.
So let's see here. That's a 15 plus a 12, so that's 27, I think. And then +1 for the enhanced weapons, so that's a 28.
The 28, the +1 from the extra damage fucking did it.
Nice.
Bitch. You fucking bitch.
This is the greatest combo I've ever seen in this game.
You know, I guess for my surprise attack round, I'm just going to drop the cloak and rush forward 30 feet. Because might as well be as close to the small one as possible. Also, I
When
rolled
it
a
dies.
13.
So yeah, as your free teammates pull off the greatest combo move of the century, sending the burst into flames, massively suffering plague victim to an early grave. Thankfully, with a merciful gunshot from our dear friend Caleb.
Yeah, the screaming stopped once he got, his brain blew out.
You rush forward towards the scattering masses and one still entangled one.
Yeah, I'm just going to put this one out its misery. That's
Okay, I'm gonna just
Rush
roll
forward.
something real quick for the ones that are frightened. See if any of them are unfrightened by now. And if not, we'll just say they've
I mean,
exited
they'll be
combat.
making this save every turn I exist.
Those two fail.
They are even more afraid.
And this one got a 20, so he is no longer, he has conquered his sphere of flame.
we got
Till he
to
died.
burn the one that came back.
Yeah, is the other. Also, do we do initiative?
Yeah, we can do initiative now. There's-
15.
Huh?
15.
Ah,
1 plus 4, 5.
So you're just
21.
You're just in the
Dang.
back laughing.
Vane is just. He's just standing there making sure all the bits of that one burn away.
I got an.
Just like staring into the fire, a little too interested in the burning.
I got a total of 8.
Alright, so it'll be big. These two beasts here. I think Rollis. Then good old Caleb, and finally our dear friend Vane.
Who is just laughing his ass off in the back. Fuck me, I would be too.
So big. Ah, thank you.
There's a pencil over there.
So the
Pepsi
two
cans.
or the one that's coming back, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and cast Earth Trimmer.
Oh, all right.
So
Does it need to make a save or
Yeah.
anything?
yeah, it's it takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage, which I'll roll for, and is knocked prone. It's a dex save,
Ah,
so it's got to beat a 14, or it's prone.
Well, Dex is probably its best stat.
with a 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you can't get them every time.
What'd you
Minimum
roll?
damage.
Minimum damage, so
So one.
plus my spell attack
Ah,
bonus.
And then what does it do? Like half the damage on a failed or a successful
it's-
save?
I think it takes the same damage. Let me see.
There's some that make you take the same damage, you just don't receive the other effect.
On a failed save, the creature takes 1d6 if it's difficult terrain. If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain, even if it's failed.
Ah.
It's just not knocked prone. So that's more up to you how that works.
So let's see.
oh yeah.
I don't know. It
It'd be,
doesn't
it'll
say,
be
movement
difficult
speed.
terrain now.
Yeah.
it doesn't
It
say in what if it, takes less
ta-
damage.
It says it only does damage on a failed save,
Okay.
but it does make the terrain difficult if it's just loose.
Earth.
Yeah, so it takes no damage, but it's in difficult terrain, so its speed is cut in half while it's in there.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So at least you slowed it down to keep it from approaching quickly.
Yeah. And would it still take damage at all? Or?
No.
Oh.
No, it's only when it fails.
But yeah, this beast seems to overcome its fear of fire and rush towards you. You turn the ground beneath its feet into loose Legos, and it walks forward with a noticeable, more pained expression on its face, like.
Also, each 5-foot diameter portion requires a minute to clear by hand.
Damn.
Nice.
So
Just
after
like
this,
Legos.
So after this is over, do we just are we just gonna sit here and watch it burn?
I mean, probably. Burn them so they can't spread the plague.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. You gotta burn the bodies.
Oh, yeah.
I
Hello,
think-
that is my job. I am literally the perfect person to slay this campaign.
Oh yeah. Also, by the way, Big, you need to stick with us more.
Thank you.
So yes, it is now the turn of these two beasts. We're going to roll for the one entangled first to see if he can. Is it a roll to get untangled, or
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta beat the
it
strength
takes an
save.
action. He can
strength save?
he can attack with disadvantage though.
They can while entangled.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just have disadvantage. Although I don't know how they're gonna attack.
Huh.
Yeah, that's my thing. If like your
Okay.
arms are tied,
Just grab a tiny pebble and throw it for 1 damage.
but if you roll a 20,
With an 18, I think I
mean-
managed to break free.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want, I could probably shoot the pebble out of my gun if it makes you feel any better.
It's my secret technique.
Here's my secret weapon.
What's the ruling for improvised ammo?
Yeah, it manages to sort of break its way free of the restraints, and it starts to run towards Rallis. Fortunately, Rallis, I would say if you're about halfway there, it's probably not able to get far enough to actually reach you.
But to when it gets my turn, I can reach it.
Yeah. The other one also tries to rush towards you, but considering it's now on difficult terrain and slowed down significantly, it also cannot quite reach you.
you're welcome.
With that, I believe it's your turn, Rallis.
Cool. I'm gonna run up to this one, and to cover my back, I'm gonna drop my echo right behind me.
All right.
So the one that was entangled and got out, I'm just going to make I think I'll just make 2 basic attacks against it. That is that's gonna be over 20.
That'll hit.
It's not worth Ooh, max damage. That's gonna be 17 damage.
All right.
That's going to be, I believe, 20. What's my proficiency modifier? +2 or +2? Yeah, 20.
Yeah. You get a pretty good stabbing on this one. This one is it like keeps clawing at you even as you sort of hold it at arm's right length.
That one's going to be 9 damage.
And yeah, as you get another solid stab in on its shoulder, it just keeps gets a good bit of feral energy out on you.
Yeah. That's all I'm going to do.
All right. With that, I believe it is your turn, Johnny. Caleb.
So you just have one being held with a.
Well, it broke 3.
I'm not holding. I just stabbed it twice. But I am within 5 feet, so you do get sneak attack if you hit it.
I don't think it will need it, probably, but...
I mean, I did just do 19 damage or 21 damage.
Yeah, we'll shoot. Yeah, we'll team up again and shoot the one that.
And I have something behind me so that I can't be flanked.
I mean, I'm going to burn the other one. It's going to take a bajillion.
19
19?
before
That'll hit.
everything else.
I like to believe you just level your gun and Rouse just goes, got it. And both he goes one way, the other Echo goes the other way, and they just open up for the headshot.
We like to call that one Parting the Seas.
That's 4. That's 5. Or as in total, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that's. Oh, and I am doing this with my enhanced gun. So plus 6. And then 2d6s, right?
Yep.
I'll say another 8. So I think that was a.
It was 6 before, so 6
okay,
plus
yeah.
8.
14.
Yeah. I almost said 16 for some stupid reason.
So yes, as Rallis gets 2 good stabs in on it, you see him and just level your gun very quickly and give a very good and get a solid shot for its skull as it falls limp in Rouse's arms and eventually to the ground.
You just see his Echo thumbs up.
You have earned the approval of Rallis from another dimension.
Swank.
Oh,
And is that your turn? Is there anything else, or?
Do I actually have a bonus action? Can I do a bonus action?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you have anything to do.
We need to get. We never bought you those darts.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill it anyway.
I mean,
I almost wanted to grab this spear and yeet it if that was at all possible, but
you'd have to do about 25 to 30 damage
I just did like 40.
against one that was weak to fire.
well, sure. But I mean,
you have a throwing knife, I think.
I don't actually.
Oh,
So what exactly am I able to do with a bonus action?
Your cunning action. There's certain spells that are bonus actions. You can attack with a light weapon. You can take a potion, but I doubt you need one.
we do all have a health potion now.
Can I
except
drink
me.
from my flask?
I think that's
Sure.
a free action you can take.
Yeah, let's do that then.
So yeah, you just finish this guy off and then drink the pain away.
He drinks from his what
Man,
they call
that's
13
emotional killing. Ah, now I'm better. No, you heal from drinking.
Yeah, you gain 10 hit points.
Wait, from that amulet, don't I?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you aren't wearing it, are you?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
He never took it off.
I'm actually. Wait, does that?
He's been
wait,
bathing in it.
Wait, if I overheal, does that become temporary?
No.
No.
Ah no.
I was about to say if I could
forget
just store.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah,
We'll say this won't count for the 1 per day. It's like once per day when you activate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drink all
Just
the
so you
ale
can
in a
drink
flask as a free
recreationally
action.
too if you want.
Actually, does the item itself actually say what it does if it's by choice?
Hmm?
Does the amulet itself and its actual description, does it actually say if it's by choice or not?
I
'Cause I'm just-
don't believe so. No.
But you can
Just
activate
imagine-
artifacts.
That seems like such a weird thing to not let an
Honestly,
amulet
yeah.
person choose. It's just like once per day. Okay,
Oh,
now I
would you
gotta
hand
get.
me a-
I gotta get drunk first, and then I gotta get. try and get
Alcohol
drunk
is
again.
only medicine for you from now on.
No.
With that, I believe it will be your turn, Vane.
Yep. So I will be moving the crate bonfire over to the other beast. So it will need to make a dex save,
Ah.
and it has to beat a 16.
18. So unfortunately, it's made it.
All right, so it beat that, and
Lucky bastard.
I feel your pain, my brother.
Would it still take half damage, or?
No, it just like dodges out of the way. Pretty
It
much.
dodges the fire.
Yeah, it just sort of sidesteps as the fire forms beneath its feet.
It didn't get there fast enough.
It does ignite any flammable objects in that area that aren't being worn or carried.
Yeah, we don't have any oil. I mean,
Hmm.
I could have oil.
Not yet, but I'll
Ah,
talk to
now
Caleb
you're
about
thinking like a
that.
Bloodborne hunter.
So yeah, with that, do I want to? I guess I could throw my silver dagger. I don't know. Nah, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just pass because I think it's Big's turn next.
Yep.
Yep, sure go, bud. Big.
Get him, big boy.
All right, so
I cast oil.
there's only.
I would
only
like to
one
create
left, right?
50 feet
The
of
spell's
grease.
grease, isn't it?
I'm pretty
Yes.
sure alchemists can learn grease.
Yes, they can.
Anyway, Big, you're up.
All right, so there's only one of the creatures left.
Yes.
All right.
For now.
We could probably just cantrip this one today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to burn through all of my first and second level spells.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Oh,
So anyway,
Lord.
scorching ray.
As much as I would like to drop the sun on it,
That's
let's
my
see.
job.
Yeah, I've rarely used defensive spells. I've got a couple of them, but I'm not sure what they do. All right, I'll cast poison spray. So that's 1d12. So yeah, so I'll roll to hit. Man, rolling to hit. That feels weird.
Oh, what'd you roll?
I rolled an 18, but if that's not enough, I can actually see what it is.
That'll hit.
Thought so.
Yeah. This is the best fight we've had so far.
Gotta say, you guys are being very efficient. Good job.
He says as I roll a 1 on my d12.
Plus whatever your spell attack.
Yeah, but that's 6, so that's 7 whole damage. That when it could have been 18.
Poison spray
I
good?
rolled minimum damage.
It's not too bad. You send a good spray of poison over his way, and see his friend, the gray skin on one flank, start to fester and peel a bit as it takes as you get a good chunk of damage in on him.
Also, your let's see. For spells, when it says when you reach level whatever, does it mean the class you learned it in, or just your actual level total? Because poison spray does 2d12 when you reach level 5, but I don't know.
I don't think it's class specific.
Spells probably aren't.
Okay, so it would be an extra
Like,
d12.
Unless if it's a very class-specific spell.
Yeah.
4.
Nice.
Would I add my attack to that or not?
No.
No,
No,
it's put
so-
them together.
5. 24. Plus the 6, so 11.
And that's better.
Yeah, good bit of festering skin, and
11 out of 30.
as it sort of hold its side in anger, it will is now this beast's turn. It's going to try and attack you, Rallis.
Does it have to go through my echo first?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, the echo's behind you.
Yeah, I only put it behind me so it couldn't flank me. So,
Yeah. So it's going to try and get a good claw attack in on you. Does a 19 hit?
yeah. It's a pencil I had there. Is.
That'll be 4 damage as it lightly scratches your armor.
Not bad. Not bad.
The second claw attack. That'll be a natural 20, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Watch it roll minimum damage.
I don't know
I
what
did.
this thing's attack die is, but I'm not super worried about it.
And that'll be 11 damage with the follow-up attack.
Okay.
Yeah. With this last one remaining, it's just sort of like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest, this ain't it, Chief.
I'm still above where I was when I.
This ain't the hill worth dying on.
I'm still above where I was before we leveled. How? I'd probably take a short rest. I'm just going to lightning breath it, and that's going to be a dex save.
Ah,
I'm going to change my damage on here because I have the dice written down. 4, 5, That's another 11 damage. Unless if it saved at DC.
That was a modified 20.
It's saved, so it takes half. I don't add my proficiency or anything to that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I want to make sure because we have some random homebrew stuff. Okay.
So how much damage was that?
11 damage. So it would be cut in half.
So 6.
It's very weird Dragonborns don't have proficiency with their own bodily function.
They should.
You're not proficient with your own leg.
I'm going to stab it now.
All right.
Natural 20.
That'll hit.
I'm going to stab it right through the brainstem. That's a 9 plus, do I add my proficiency to my damage as well?
Yes, I'd say so.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's
It's hard not to have proficiency with something growing out of your hands.
that's
Yeah.
going to be 34 damage.
And how do you want to do this?
I stab it right through the brainstem.
From the
yeah,
front.
as you...
Yeah.
It goes straight through the
you
entire
sort of-
face.
Have you seen how Sephiroth kills Eris? That. I go up into the sky and come down and stab it through the spine.
As dramatic piano music plays in the background, and you hear the lamentations of an infected man with a large sword nearby.
Sephiroth!
Yes.
What's gonna happen when one of these is like the guy we were wanting to talk to?
But yes, so with a... Excuse me.
It was this specific one.
Yeah.
Not the big scary one, just this random one.
Well, then that just means we don't have to make contact with anybody now.
I returned to critical hit.
Yeah, as you sort of riposte it from its claws into your armor and arm, you just very quickly, and with a follow-up attack as it's swaying and trying to recover its senses, you very quickly get a good jab through its Adam's apple and drop it to the ground. Combat has ended, and you see Inaika follow with the severed head of one of the beasts that had fled. One got away.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go retrieve my cloak.
I'm gonna gather up what's left of the bodies for the burning or burial.
I was going to try to take aim at the one that was running, but kind of realized, them
There were
motherfuckers-
2 fleeing.
Huh?
There were 2 fleeing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I was going to take aim at one of them. I have 2 guns. I can shoot both, can't I?
I mean, Nike killed one.
Yeah, sure.
And the
I
other
mean, I
one
could
came
try,
back.
and then I could try, but then I realized, oh damn, they move kind of fast, don't they? I don't want to shoot with
Well, they're
disadvantage.
not in the fast phase yet. Their speed's 30. So they're like 60 feet away.
My speed's like 35, so if I use long stride, I could get going.
If you put your back into it,
Vane will just look over at Big, take whatever you need from the bodies, and then pile them together, and I'll burn them.
While he's doing that, I'm actually gonna walk up to you. So, how good are you at disabling magic?
It depends. If it's some sort of devil or demonic, I'd consider it more my alley, but
I just point at the attraction word. Probably don't need that here.
Fireball.
have you considered removing the wall?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, that's what fireball does.
Oh, I've got extra gunpowder and all these bullets. I might be able to blow it up.
you know what? Vane is going to cast Word of Radiance to try and burn it away with Holy Light, the words.
Vane and holy light don't sound like they go in a sentence together normally.
That would be Terzanon's power. He is
Oh.
the Stark Sun.
So, still holy light?
Yes, radiant damage.
I'll say that as the light shines upon it, the glittering seems not to disappear at first, but it seems to sort of slowly fade, almost like aging paper, since it's been left out in the sun too long. And then just vanish entirely.
And then I'll just go around and do that to all the other magic words and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to love it if that's when we just hear somebody scream out, "Did you just fucking sun bleach my wards?"
So, the town. Anyone coming out yet, or still no?
No one coming out. It's not really a town. It's more of a hamlet, from what you can see.
Yeah, it's a cop.
Huh?
So I'm gonna gather up the bodies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you start to gather bodies around. It's like a little cul-de-sac area, almost sort of adapted to this. You can kind of see a lot of graves off behind this big main building. A few buildings around. It seemed like they were used as houses, and yeah, just this big building that seems to have once been a church of some sort. Probably where they do most of their business.
So Big can just take whatever he needs, and then I'll also start burning the bodies.
Yeah, I guess I'll check them, see if they have anything, and then take samples regardless.
All right. Yeah, you sort of check through the bodies of the third stage ones. You've heard the colloquial term for them is half men, since they're sort of in a stage where their mind is starting to turn more bestial. You find in the ragged remains of their clothes, you find around like 25 gold or so altogether. And you do get 2 third stage samples. The big one, unfortunately, is a bit too burned to get a good sample from, but you do find what seemed like it was a brooch of some sort around its neck. Bit charred and tarnished, but
Just a tad.
just a tad.
Mm.
As if it had 74 fire damage dealt to it. But yeah, all the bodies are gathered together. Still no one coming out to acknowledge the group at all.
I'm gonna turn towards Caleb and Naga. Let's go see if we can find someone, and start heading towards the church. Because I'm not worried about Bane, and Rylas is still indifferent towards Big survival.
Fair.
Okay, Alchemist Jug can actually produce a quart of oil a day. Not sure how useful that is.
Again,
Huh.
that just sounds like once a day I'm going to be able to just blast someone with oil so that he can burn them.
I'm sorry, did you say pocket oil?
Anyway, sorry, continue, DM.
Yes, as you and Caleb approach the church, still like a few lights on in the upper levels. You can hear sort of what sounds like a faint murmuring. There's probably someone on the lower levels, but no one near the door at least.
The door unlocked.
As you check it, the door is locked.
I'm just gonna bang on the door. Just knock on it or whatever.
Holy fuck. What was that? As you hear a bit of rustling from the inside, as whoever you've spoken to is apparently spooked.
And Vane will start heading in as well after burning the bodies.
I'm just
Yeah.
going to call out, "We're from Bleakstone.
Whole place is Bleakstone, you idiot.
Open the door. We're looking for someone who knows how to scry on people."
Ain't no scroyman here. And Nika just sort of frowns. They don't sound like anyone from before who was here before.
Vane will walk up to the
I
door.
was going to turn towards Caleb. Open the door.
Can I just shoot the door open? Otherwise the sound effect would have been useless.
Yes, let's shoot into the church.
As you
No,
cock your lock picking kit.
Actually, I feel like that could go poorly in D&D. Like shooting a church, like that could actually summon the deity.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck
That's
the church.
holy wrath. You get cursed for shit like that.
Well, if you think that's sacred,
Sacrilege.
Sacrilege.
If you
Don't
would
pay
like to
attention
shoot open the
what-
door, you may.
Don't pay attention to what Vane will be doing.
Beware God's wrath, though.
So you said that this is a church. Is this like a church with a stone door or a wooden door? And if so, is it a rotting wooden door?
Wooden door, it seems well maintained. So not rotting wood.
I wonder if I can actually shoot off its hinges. That would be incredibly extra, but
You could probably shoot off the lock.
I mean, you could do that with a modern door.
Yeah.
Have you tried
Yeah.
asking politely?
oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
But
So yeah, we'll continue on with blowing the lock off the door.
Holy fuck. Get back here. Get here. And you hear more rustling around from inside as as whoever is in there seems to retreat a bit.
You could just pick the lock.
I don't have time for this.
He's a rogue.
I'm just gonna open the door. I'm gonna stand to the side of the door and open it.
Yeah, as you push open a door and very cautiously look inside, you see a few bodies around the room, sort of on shelves, seeming to be prepared for burial. One urn on the table that is slowly leaking the ashes that were once a man onto the ground with a round bullet hole through it.
That was the town scribe.
Great, you desecrated body.
Congratulations, you are now officially more evil than Bane.
A few papers.
You lose 5 karma.
A few papers sort of fluttering to the ground as though someone ran by very fast, and a few doors leading to other parts of the area. One sort of leading downstairs, one to another room on this level, and one that's sort of leading upstairs.
You all go check out all that, and I'll keep watch here.
Yeah, at what point can Big have been in here now?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say as you approach, leaving behind the burning bodies, you kind of walk up on the scene of them just seeming to be in full combat mode, ready to burst in.
I'm gonna look at the
Guys,
papers.
I got all these blood samples. Look.
As you look at the papers, you mainly find lots of notes about like recent people, cause of death, things like that.
Anything pop out?
Not particularly. You see a few papers that have sort of they're trimmed in a bit of a knife-like symbol, which means they were killed by someone else, or a few that have like a small stamp of an eye on them, which is the symbol for the deceased was a hunter, things like that.
I figure, working with the medic, Big would be familiar with some of that at least.
Ah, yeah.
Let's actually use our investigation check for like the second time this campaign.
I've used mine more.
I know, it's funny. And I'm the inquisitive one.
I don't think I've used mine.
I was a soldier. Knowing what's going on was important.
Fair.
Yeah, to not getting a bullet in your head.
Actually, hang on a second here. I can use my eye for detail. Make a perception to spot a hidden creature or object, or investigate to uncover or decipher clues. So I'm going to use my eye for detail to roll a perception check. Nearly spilt the Pepsi.
Oh dear.
That would have been really bad.
Spilled
And
the
now I'm
Peppers.
extremely nervous.
A bad detail.
So investigation, that's an 8 plus my proficiency bonus, so 19, 11.
As you sort of observe the pattern of the falling papers, the time of day, lots of random little Sherlock Holmes-isms that just things, that's minor things people would pick up on. From what you can tell, it seems like whoever was in this room fled to the room on the same level. They didn't go upstairs or downstairs.
I was gonna grab a knife and head towards that door.
Wait, did I accidentally roll to uncover or decipher clues? I was meaning to spot the creature.
I mean, it's all the
clues,
same. It's all the same action.
Oh, okay.
You just find all of that stuff out.
Oh, okay. Did I find by chance any place that looks like a hiding spot?
Sort of. There's like a few alcoves where they would store bodies. It will probably be possible to like lay it out and pretend to be among the dead if you wanted to.
Can I check one of the bodies to see if they're breathing?
With an investigation of 11, no. Or at least it wouldn't be readily apparent to you.
Okay.
How about you all go check those rooms, and I'll make sure he doesn't double back.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check the room on the same floor.
That sounds best.
Do you want to come with me, or should I just grab Nika?
I'll head with.
Okay.
Okay. Big, you can head with them as well.
All right.
Oh yeah, you guys head around, and Nika falls behind at a good distance as she, in true Nika fashion, just sort of like carefully, respectfully says a few prayers over the dead, and then begins to loot them, pocketing a few coins and trinkets and such.
I'm just gonna look over my shoulder. Hey, Nika, why don't you go
Hey.
check upstairs, see what you can find?
Gotcha.
Be careful.
Will do. And then she sort of starts to head upstairs, sort of stuffing her pockets as she does.
Yeah.
As they are all heading off to that area, I'm going to approach the shrine.
The shrine would be downstairs.
Yeah,
What you can tell.
So I'll start heading downstairs to the shrine.
Okay. We'll get to you in a second. So, as the rest of our merry band starts to make their way into the next room, you start to hear the whispering again. Alright, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Quiet, quiet. We'll get them by surprise. What do you mean get them by surprise? They fucking exploded the door. No, they exploded part of the door. They exploded the lock. We're good, man. Hey, they could explode part of me.
What does
I
this
got
room
parts-
look like?
It's sort of a very long hallway. You sort of hear it from the room at the end of it.
Okay.
Hey, they could blow up parts of me. I got parts of me I don't want blown up. I want kids someday. What are you talking about? Shush. Just quiet down. We'll lure them in here, and we'll let the guy downstairs take care of them. Sound good? Okay. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, as you approach,
About 15 feet away from it, I just want to grab Caleb and just go and just drop my echo inside and just see what happens.
about where inside? Like you can see
Right inside the doorway.
right inside the doorway.
I can drop it 15 feet away from me. So
Do you
if
not
we're
have to be
stopping
able to see
15
it?
feet from the doorway, I need to
Oh.
drop it in the doorway.
Yeah, you sort of drop the echo inside and say, ghosts! And you see two quarterstaffs from the sides of the doorway, like, try to whack at it.
It has an AC of 17 and a hit point of 1. And I called it.
Good eye. Or
Yeah.
good ears.
One of them hits, so, yeah.
It explodes.
Very quickly, you see, like, one quarterstaff, like, bang on the doorway above the echo's head, while the other one to the end of the guy and disappears it. Holy crap, I killed a ghost. Yeah, that's right, you killed a ghost. High five. And then there's, like, you see two hands clap together in the doorway.
I dropped my echo there again.
Ghost!
I had to prove a point.
This time they both miss. Oh god, I'm so sorry I killed you, Mr. Ghost Friend. Yeah, I'm so sorry he killed you. Please take him instead. The fuck, man? Hey, fuck you. You're only my brother-in-law. Brother-in-law. What? I'm telling my sister. Please don't tell your sister. No, you ain't having kids. Fuck you.
Are you able to speak through your echo?
No. Not
Damn.
yet. Not
Oh,
this
that-
level. Next level, I can transform my conscious into it.
Oh, that would have been so fucking funny.
Ooh.
I'm going to have it just move forward a little bit, flip around, and point down the hallway. And I'm going to just hold up my hand like gun. Just aim it.
For people who can't see, because there is no visual indication, Caleb is now pointing guns.
Yeah, could you, both of you roll me intimidation real quick?
Oh, good. I have advantage in intimidation. Ooh, that's
Oh, shit. I remember which.
so that's going to be 18
You all right?
plus my intimidation.
Yeah, it's fine. I just rolled low in dexterity today.
I burned a natural 1.
I rolled a 10 plus a 2, so a 12.
That's my intimidation plus 4. 22.
I guess I'll try. Can I?
Sure.
Big scary.
I'm with them.
Is that a nat 20?
Nope, that's 18 plus.
That would have been funny if it was a nat.
Yeah, you see two
Non-nat 20.
Yeah, you see two people in hooded robes sort of very cautiously look around the corner and see what appears to be three metal muzzles pointing towards them with a very big looming form in the back, and they quickly get back on the edge of the doorway. Dude, what are we gonna do? They got guns. Yeah, they got giants too. They got like some guy who looks like Grandmaster Tall. Yeah, they got a guy who looks like Grandmaster Tall.
You have 2 options. Come out and talk to us, or we can come in there. And you don't want us coming in there.
Yeah. What do you think? I don't think we should go out there. They got guns. They can kill us from 60 feet away.
I'll cock back the hammers for them to hear.
See, that guy's getting ready to shoot. Yeah, that guy's getting ready to shoot. Yeah, he's got a fucking gun. What do you think he has a gun for?
I swap with my echo. Do not make me say it again.
Roll the intimidation with advantage this time.
Natural 20.
They shit their pants simultaneously.
They shat thrice on this one swamp.
Oof.
They need a new robe.
Uh,
I told them not to make me come in there.
Yeah, you, they do successfully surrender. However, I need you to make me a con save.
There was a trap in the doorway.
What's my con modifier? That's 19 plus.
You make it.
Yeah, that's that's efficiency.
Yeah, as you appear
26.
As you appear next to both of them, you see them both just like, okay, easy, friend, easy. However, you do see a lot of purple spores sort of emanating from them, though they don't seem to bother you much as you just like, and they disperse.
So that's a breathing thing, right?
Huh?
That's a breathing thing, right?
I mean,
It's
ideally,
if
but
you make contact
yeah.
with them, Fanny.
We'll just say that's why his con save 1 is because he doesn't breathe.
I have no skin.
Like lore-wise, that makes sense.
I
They
have-
nothing for him to grow on.
I have no fucking lungs.
You dumb bastards.
But yeah, I will say, Rallis, as you are now in the room, as you look around, you see sort of a lot of scrolls sort of in on the walls. The floor is sort of covered in blood, and you see there's a bit of a pit leading down to the room below you.
I just point back down the hallway. That way now.
Okay, easy. Oh. And yeah, they both sort of like very cautiously walk out with you.
Can I try and communicate through performance, like tie them up?
Roll me your performance.
20.
Yeah, you
Not
successfully
20.
you successfully give off the message of tie them up to your fellows down the hallway.
Do you want to get that?
Yeah. Both of you, on your knees.
Jeez.
Hands behind your back.
What's
Alright.
that face?
He says, put them behind your back. Immediately puts behind head.
I said you're back.
Before we get too far away from this room, scrolls?
Yes.
Yeah, what type? Can I read them?
As you read one, it seems to be a record of different rituals partaken, like ritual to Krishna, sacrifice one goat, one chicken, done 5th day of August, things like that.
And how far down is this hole?
It leads down to the second floor. It's there's a lot of torches on the walls, and you see a very, very big pig down at the bottom.
Okay, so it doesn't look like they've been just throwing people down there.
You do see signs of tattered clothing.
Shit. If there's anything that looks like it's useful in the scrolls, I'll take them and start heading back out to the main area.
In the meantime, Vane, as you make your way to the bottom floor, you see the very large altar of Krishna. It's sort of a very tall form with of a man with a smiling face and with 2 solid arms of flesh and many spectral arms of aura sort of emanating off of his back. To one side, you see what seems like a pen where they would keep animals for sacrifice and feed them until they were ready.
Does this feel like the shrine that Terzanon had told me about?
Ah, yes, this would be this would be a shrine to Krishna.
So I'll just sort of start approaching it to the base of the altar and just take my dagger out of my pocket and just make a slight cut into my palm to get blood flow and start draining it onto the base and just start chanting in what the fuck is the language called? Infernal.
Terzanon ease.
And I'll just start chanting infernal chants.
Make me a charisma save.
How charming are you?
15.
Cease. As you begin to drain the blood, you hear a very crisp voice in your head, sounding like it with the same intonation as water pooling upon a stone. At the same time, in the back of your head, you hear the voice of Terzanon. Good, my child. Continue. Cease at once. Ignore him. He has no power here. Cease, infernal.
I'll just keep going, just doing it even louder.
Make it. You're going to spill your own blood on the altar louder?
Well, the chanting.
Oh, the louder chanting.
You mo gwe fi di zhao.
Make me. Make me another charisma save, please.
Okay, now what?
Make me another charisma save, then, please.
Where did he get the puffer
My
fish?
will has been hardened further to a 21.
Oh.
I got +8 on these bitches. I can do it all day.
With a 22.
Ooh.
Cease. As this one sort of reaches your hand, reaches your head. You feel your hand sort of compulsorily close to sort of stem the tide of blood a bit. Answer me. Why have you come to deface my altar?
I've come to allow access for my lord to expand his influence here, since apparently the gods of this place aren't doing a good enough job.
There are no gods. Then the voice sort of booms in your voice, and it seems as though it's actually coming from many different sources. We are Krishna the only, and you will learn this name. Continue. He can do nothing more than shout his petty words. Cease!
You're getting mixed messages.
Yeah, I'll just sort of stare into the statue. You're not the first thing to consider itself beyond any sort of a approach, and I'll just sort of move to continue to try and continue my...
Roll me one more charisma save.
That will be a 12.
With a 13,
Oh my god.
as you pour your blood further, you feel an intense... It doesn't feel quite like a burning sensation around you, considering you've been around fire most of your life and you know how it feels, but it's a similar itching sensation as the torches around the room seem to change from red flames to white that shines upon you. As this feeling sort of encapsulates the room, you take
1 psychic damage.
You take 80 radiant damage.
19 radiant damage.
Oh, I got the wrong type. That is some painful itching you got there.
I will say, if you continue one more time, there's a chance you will take damage again, but you will complete the ritual.
Yep, I'm just gonna push through the pain and continue.
For Terzanon.
Alright, make me a charisma save again, please.
This ain't the first time Vane's had to do shit like this. That is an 18.
And with a 17, you manage to brute force your way through it and lower more droplets of blood onto the altar. As you do, the altar seems to change from a smiling man to a man with a scowl on his face as the many arms around him just seem to grab his skull in almost a stop motion fashion, just. And it changes slowly to an agonized face as the altar is defiled. You hear you hear a few protests from the voice of Krishna, but one voice pervades and drowns him out. Very good, my child. You have done excellent work. Now I will be able to spread my influence in this town as well. You have done wonderful, wonderful work. Now, what say you make one prayer to me to sanctify the ritual?
And I'll just sort of, exhausted from the endeavor, just sort of fall forward and with my, just sort of resting my hands and stuff on the altar, sweating and shaking from the pain of being burnt. Let Terzanon's power flow. Let it grow and purge the darkness of this land with his own.
And as you finish the prayer, you feel a small surge of energy as the ritual is completed, and you heal 7 points of the damage that was burned to you.
Exact 40 health, baby.
Very good. Now, I suggest you rejoin your group, lest they begin to suspect your motives.
And I'll just sort of stand up and just sort of pull a small bandage from there and just sort of wrap it around my hand where it had been cut and start heading back upstairs.
Yeah, as you go up and rejoin the group, you see two tied up druids with the rest of the group.
I like to think that Rallis walked right back into the room after looking into the other one. Just turns, "Hey Vane, we need your. Where the fuck is Vane?" And that's when he walks in.
What do you mean? I was here, establishing my alibi. You don't know no better.
I know none of us are spiritually inclined, but would it have been noticeable, like a feeling or anything when Terzanon?
I want to believe the light started flickering.
Like, would there
Sort
have
of.
been
I'd say
feel?
that like the torch lights flickered a bit, and it went from sort of a calm, serene feeling to the feeling you get from being in a graveyard at night. Like it was different, bit of a change in the atmosphere around you.
Big's just as comfortable in a graveyard at night.
Like the bad kind of graveyard, like the haunted, you feel like there's 1,000 eyes watching you from every angle.
Ooh,
Let's see if Rallis knows.
malicious fire. Malicious burn.
That's weird. I haven't felt that since I died. Yeah.
Just like the
Just
hairs
shrugged it off.
Just the hairs on your neck stand up. You're just a little
Ha!
unsettled.
That was some
No,
weird blasphemy.
The metal
Yeah,
shavings on
whatever.
my neck just start standing up.
The lights on your body like flicker just barely.
Anyway, who wants to interrogate to these two?
I like that you're all just going to ignore Vane.
No, that's what I was. Every time I go to talk to Vane about anything in this campaign, like it's like, okay, and we're moving on.
It's always like, hey, we get off. We're off. We aren't focusing on the story anymore. Fucking focus.
Speaking of focus, again, sorry, audience. I know you're going to be real pissed at me when I ask this question again. Well, not really again. So what exactly we're interrogating them for? I forgot our MO here.
Their pit to hell in the room.
Micah said something about them not sounding like they were from here.
Right, but what are we here for again? Just
The
The Scryer.
Just the scryer, okay.
Well, Big is here.
I think
Big is
Big
here.
should be talking to Vane first.
Big is here for other things.
Yeah, the guy who said he was going to stay in the main hall just disappeared and is now coming out of the basement. Slightly sweaty and shaking slightly.
With a wound on his hand. Been busy?
I just sort of rubs the hand. Thought I heard something in the basement. It seems to be nothing.
Can I incite that?
You can try, motherfucker.
But he is a
That's cocked.
That is a 19 deception.
Wait, why don't I incite that?
My
Go for
intelligence
it.
isn't high enough to
all
make
of
that
you
up.
fucking go for it. You gotta beat a 19.
Yeah, my dice stopped.
18.
My dice stopped in between a 7 and a 17. I went, motherfucker. Roll it again, hit 10. I can't. I don't have a plus 10 to my insight.
How'd you hurt your hand then?
Hold up.
So the investigator might be investigating.
Let's see. Use that stat. Wait, yeah, can't you? Don't you have a skill that lets you call someone's bullshit?
Oh, he might. I forget.
What do I add on with expertise again?
It would be insight.
It's double your
Proficiency.
proficiency.
Mhm.
So plus 6.
That'd be a 23.
Bullshit.
I am spouting complete horseshit.
Well, yeah, Vane's just looking at the R2, like thinking in his head, bum bum ba dun 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 dun. Looks over towards you. Ow!
He can see my soul.
I thought only my people could look at souls. But yeah, I'm very clearly like rubbing the the new wound on my hand, and I look exhausted.
Oh yeah? Sure seem to be sweating a lot to see a whole lot of nothing.
Well,
Plus, your hand is bleeding.
Vane is looking very uncomfortable as he's not usually used to people actually being able to find his bullshit.
Usually I'm too deceptive.
His swagger, it wore off.
It's like that.
Just-
It's like in a Phoenix Wright game when you call their bluff and then they're just
And
like
then they just like turn inside out
they go
and
to
panic.
they go to that one like 2 frames of them being shocked.
They start sweating
It's like,
upward.
Da 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 da.
Yeah, should we just start playing Phoenix Wright Corner? Anyway, Vane's just sort of gonna avoid your eyes and just start walking outside, just completely ignoring you.
We're gonna have to go see what he did.
Probably.
Yep. Should I bring these guys?
Hey guys, you want to go see what happened downstairs with our edgy psychopath?
Oh no!
I can lift large things. They would know what it is supposed to look like.
I know you're.
You know, that statue of the main god seems to be screaming in agony. I feel like that's not supposed to be right.
And it's covered in
Go on.
blood.
Rouse is going to flip around and look at these two that have been tied up. Who are you?
My name's Buck. This is Bick, and we're druids from the nearby circle. You know, New Leaf Circle. So yeah, nice to meet you.
They're gonna just give a weird smile. Nice to meet you too.
How do you do, fellow druids?
They're druids from what?
From the New Vine Circle, the local druid society.
No, would we have heard of that?
Would you have heard of that? You're the druid
I
here.
mean, yeah, but
yeah,
like I
if
don't
you've-
know.
If you've heard of the nearby druids, then that's who they're referring to.
Yeah.
I'd say yes, you probably heard of
The
them.
ones with starting the war, basically.
We're the
Or
new
starting to.
We're the circle of the new leaf.
They're run by a tanuki. Yes.
So, I'm going to continue. Why are you here?
Just following orders. Our boss Deja told us to follow and help take over the place.
Who?
Deja.
Can you spell that?
D.
He's asking.
taking
Deja nuts.
Rallis is asking.
D-E-E-J-A.
D-E-J-A.
That's his character. Rallis has a stylus out. He's writing.
Look, Rouse is making sure that they have a story. The more complicated it is, the harder it is for them to lie.
I don't know. That's just the funniest shit to me. He's saying that in character.
Can you describe?
Can you please just?
Can you describe what he looks like? He's big and kind of ugly. X to doubt. Dun, 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 dun.
How do you
Bullshit.
spell ugly?
No, he just looks over to Big. Big and ugly, huh?
Actually, ugly's my cousin. His parents hated him.
So they're
He
trying
was
to
actually
take
the most
over.
handsome in the village.
Yeah, they were
It's kind of sad.
wanting to research the energies around here since we're not exactly godly like the rest of you. So,
What did you do to the other townspeople, and how many are you are still here?
We engaged in conflict with the other townspeople.
You murdered them.
We killed those who fought us. The rest are being held upstairs.
Upstairs here?
Yes.
Can Big head upstairs?
If you want, you can head upstairs.
I just didn't know if that would break the flow.
Morales is focused.
Yeah, no, I'm Big's gonna start heading upstairs at hearing that.
All right. Get you in a little bit.
How many more of you druids are in town?
Let's see. Think what you think. They brought about dozen of us, including the bosses.
Where are they held up?
They're up on the top floor.
Is there any place I can put them that would act as a makeshift prison? Lock them somewhere?
Roll me an investigation check.
I've a better idea. Hey, Caleb,
What's up?
find a place we can put these two for safe storage for right now.
Will do.
He has the higher investigation.
Ah.
I mean, you could just roll with the help action. Yeah. So just advantage.
All right, so we're rolling investigation. You said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're looking for a prison-esque area.
Use the help action, please, God.
Is
Oh,
there a
yes.
communion?
Advantage, right?
Can we make them confess their sins and just lock them in the box?
Yeah, Rallis, do you wish to use the help action?
Sure.
Please, God, it was a 5.
That one was a natural 20. Okay.
The
We're
world
locking
is
them in the communion.
the world is your prison.
Remember hearing rumors a while back that they had made installations to the church just in case there were instances of people being resurrected or risen from the grave. You know, necromancy, bit of an issue. And you see in one of the little alcoves and shelves that there's like a little sort of sliding up lock that can be used to trap corpses inside, or in this case, living druids.
Yeah, I know where they're going.
Yeah. We're just gonna drag them, lock them in there. You stay here. If you act good, maybe you'll get to leave on, get some time off on good behavior.
What the fuck? Hey! You hear banging on the walls. The fuck? Hey!
Hey, rouses that before he walks away. He's gonna turn back. Hey, we could have killed you. We are at war.
They did try to engage in conflict with us.
Yeah, they
Stop resisting!
they are terrorists to Rallis right now, but he sees them as more useful alive. Their leaders, we're gonna kill.
Big is up the stairs.
Yeah. After locking them in, I'm going to call out to Vane. Hey, Vane, come on. We got some druids to go kill.
Vane has left the building.
I'm just yelling out the front.
Vane is gone.
Fuck it.
Vane apparated.
You can
apparently.
Vane is just left and going to other buildings. And
Whatever.
just completely ignoring you.
Come on, Caleb. Let's go.
Yeah, Vane, as you investigate the other buildings, they seem to have been, for the most part, picked clean. There's like a bunch of half-eaten food. There's like utensils, stuff like that. Doesn't seem like there's much things of much interest in there.
Yeah, he's mostly just doing it just to leave. Just to not interact after getting his bullshit called out.
I just need my personal space. Stay 6 feet away at all times.
Or burn.
Yeah, as the rest of you head upstairs, you see Inaika. You sort of head upstairs and round the corner. As you do, you see Inaika just sort of like trying to scan out the area in front of her. You see sort of a very large, think like a church where they've taken out all the pews, essentially. It's a very big, wide open hallway sort of leading down. with a few bodies scattered around. She sort of looks over her shoulder. Hey, careful, careful. There's traps in there.
Traps.
Yeah, see? She sort of picks up a loose bit of debris from the ground and tosses it down. As she does, it sort of makes contact with what seems with either a pressure plate or a piece of string, something, and you see a few darts soar out and hit the wall on the other side. Some psycho set it up and left some druids down there. Looks, I don't know. Whoever set it up, it wasn't these druids. They hate tricks like this.
I assume we all get up there fairly quickly.
Yeah, you're all sort of gathered around this little alcove.
I want to test something. I'm going to send out my echo to the first pressure plate and see if it can set it off.
Does your echo have weight?
That's what I'm testing. Because I don't think it technically does. Because it can just float in the air.
Yeah, it doesn't set it off. However, you do see... roll me a perception check real quick.
That's not bad. Plus my perception, that's... What is my perception? 21.
Yeah, as you do see slight, glints of metal off towards the edge around the windows, as someone hucks a knife at your echo. Its AC is 17, you said?
Yep.
Unfortunately, it misses, but you see it. Yeah, you did see where the knife originated from.
How far away is where it originated from?
It's a fairly big room. It's I'd say if you set your echo 30 feet, 20 feet in or so, it'd be 60 feet away. It's towards the far end of the wall.
Okay, so I can't get my echo there. There any cover that we can just move up to, or do we just kind of have to rush?
It seems like you'd kind of have to rush. All the pews and everything have sort of been removed.
Okay. Are the traps obvious or easy to see?
For the most part, they seem to be hidden.
Okay. I can't use my echo to set it off. No, fuck it. Hey, Caleb. I'm going to point at where the person who threw the knife is. Gun. Right. Someone there. I'm move across. If they fire at me or attack me, and immediately just put a bullet in there. I was going to take off his cloak because he would assume anyone who actually lives here might recognize him. Activate the shield and just start moving. He's going to move out probably to the middle.
All right. Need you to make me a dex save.
That is 9. Yeah.
Unfortunately, as you rush forward,
Well, I'm not moving forward. I'm moving horizontally.
Oh, you're moving sort of horizontally?
Yeah. I'm just kind of heading around to make myself obvious. I'm being bait.
As you sort of scooch along the edge of the wall, nothing happens. And you don't really see any sort of glints.
I'm going to drink my potion that I made the other day.
Your random potion?
Yeah, I could. It's
Oh,
got a
is it-
couple effects that might be useful.
Oh,
What does it do?
yeah, is that one of those you have a table that you roll on to see what
Yeah.
it does?
Yep.
Or, yeah.
It was what, D6 that you had to roll?
You immediately die.
One is healing, one is swiftness, one is resilience, one's boldness. One of them is flight, and the other is transformation.
Oh.
So,
Well, hey. Roll them dice.
swiftness. The worst one.
I mean, you can run.
You feel yourself bubbling with energy, just sort of hopping in place as though you've had 8 Red Bulls.
What's a Red Bull?
It's a bull that's red. Its blood is very nutritious.
Your
It is
mind is
it is the opposite of a catablipus.
But yes, big. You feel swift.
I'm gonna try and slowly move forward, searching for traps to move around them.
Yeah. Roll me a perception check.
That's going to be 22.
Yeah, you see, you see a small pressure plate in front of you and start to and are able to nimbly dodge around it.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep doing that, trying to get as far as I can and try and make it obvious to where I'm stepping for anyone who wants to follow me.
Yeah. As you keep moving forward, roll me another perception check.
19.
19. Yeah. As you sort of near one of the bodies of the druids, you see a small card on top of its body. As you start to reach for it, you see what looks like a small string attached to it in the side, probably another trap. Roll me one more perception check.
24.
24? Yeah, you managed to step over a very thin tripwire and to make your way to the other side of the room. As you do, you see a man sort of huddled between two columns, pointing a throwing knife your way.
I'm guessing you're a survivor and not one of the druids then. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have trapped one of the druids' bodies.
He nods.
I'm going to lower my shield. We're allies. We trapped the two downstairs in the zombie pit room.
He nods again and very carefully, sort of like, slides the knives back into their sheaths and waves.
I'm going to turn it and motion for for Anika and Caleb to come in.
Yeah, as
Your
you...
motion excluded big somehow.
Yeah, I'm excluding the giant druid from entering into the room with the people who've been attacked by druids.
Specifically, I was just wondering how you excluded big from the motion.
He knows.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I would know, but still, I was just like, I gesture to just those two to come over here.
Yeah, I point at Caleb and Anika and tell them to come forward.
Yeah.
I flip you off.
The big assumes he just forgot and moves forward anyway.
Yep.
And steps on a pressure plate.
And everyone died. The end. Except Vane, because he's better.
Yeah, as you do, you see the guy just very carefully walk out and start to disarm a few of his traps. Sort of pulls loose tripwires, gently lifts up on pressure plates, sort of rubs his finger across what seem to be small runes, things like that.
I guess I'll retrieve my cloak again. Put it back on since I won't be fighting.
So you all were attacked then?
He nods.
And is anyone injured?
He sort of like holds up a finger and rushes back to his little alcove and comes back with a notepad.
How many druids do we have dead now?
Sort of like holds up the notepad. There were 3 wounded. They are held upstairs with 3 others. There were 15 druids who attacked. 5 died in initial conflict. 2 are apparently trapped downstairs, and I managed to kill 3 to set traps on this floor.
So we have 5 left.
May I see the injured?
Yeah,
I'm a healer.
he like looks towards you and smiles. Sort of writes that down on his pad again. That's excellent news, but the injured are being guarded by the druids upstairs.
How many total are upstairs?
Which way?
Sort of like gestures towards the door on the other side of the hallway.
Ralph starts heading towards the door. People are in danger. He's not going to stand around and talk.
How many survivors are there in total?
Like, sort of points towards himself and sort of counts off on his fingers. 7. Holds up 7 fingers.
I got you. I'm gonna follow Rallis then.
As you do, the guy sort of like very quickly sort of rushes in front of you and holds up his hands, sort of like starts to write down again. I may know a way you can ambush the guys ahead if you're willing to trust me.
Is Rallis, was that in front of Rallis?
I'm going to look at him and just nod.
Yeah. He just kind of nods and starts to head for the window. Then very fumbles a little bit, pulls out what looks like a small business card and passes it to you.
I'm going to take it.
And it reads, Noose Investigations, bringing peace, closure, and death from above for over 3 years.
What investigations?
Noose Investigations.
Like hanging.
Yes.
He gave Rallis a card.
And he passes one to you too.
Oh, thank you. Yay.
Okay. Any familiar marking on it? I look at both ends of the card. Is there any familiar marking from, say, a gang that we might have run into?
No.
Okay.
They're freelance.
Yeah, he sort of like points towards the word noose, then points towards himself. It seems to be his name.
Okay.
They've unionized.
I turn towards Caleb. Hey, Caleb, ready to save some people?
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys get ready, and very paranoidly, just like carefully steps around, even though the traps are disabled, and looks up. Hey, Noose. Yeah, you made it. He looks towards him and waves. Hey, good news. This is the guy.
Oh, good. Now we just have to go find the warlock so that he can give us the severed arm.
I came for a separate reason. If we could get that done, as well.
I also have that job.
But
It hurts to be excluded.
Well, there's more pressing matters, such as a bunch of people being held captive.
Well, yeah, we're all working on that too.
Excuse me. I am not.
No, you're not people right now. You're mopey anime guy off in the distance.
You're big this session. You aren't allowed to be here.
Excuse me.
listen, he's self-separated.
Yeah, Big was just, giving shit.
Vane accomplished the mission he was given.
So, where we were before, your new ally, Noose, just sort of very carefully walks towards the window and opens it up. You see a small railing outside. He sort of writes down on his sketch pad again. They seem to be inside doing research. There's a few alcoves where they would look over documents and such.
We're gonna hitman this.
If we can ambush them from in there, we may be able to take them out one at a time.
No, just do it a Splinter Cell style. Just really awkwardly, just...
I know, we're just
the
hanging off.
outside.
We wait for them to walk to the balcony, just grab them by the throat and pull them off. Just drop them a couple stories.
I'm the rogue here. I could do that.
Nat 1. No! Fall to your death.
Yeah, he sort of reaches towards his belt and pulls out a small device and holds it out.
How high is the other outcrop?
Oh, it's like a ledge. It's about 5 feet across. You could walk on it or scooch very carefully.
Okay. I'll let someone else go first because I can just swap.
Big is big.
Yeah, you go first.
Would Big's feet even fit?
Yeah, big.
Big
If
is
you want
8 feet tall.
big, I'm sorry to say that being technically a large creature, you'd probably have a bit of trouble with this one.
You get to take the stairs. You get to do the frontal assault.
I count as one size larger. All right.
You get to be the SWAT man with the ram.
Yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and swap myself over there just so that if anyone stumbles, I can grab them. And by anyone, I mean, and I can noose him. Because I don't think any of us could grab Big.
You could try. It would be appreciated.
And Micah just sort of claps a hand on your back. Don't worry, big fella. We got the loud and proud approach.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna start up the stairs then.
Yeah. So, for those of you taking the ledge, make me
The cool kids.
an acrobatics check to keep your balance as you scooch along.
Again, I'm just going to send my echo across there because it can float
Okay.
and swap with it. It's
If you wanna
safer that
suck the
way.
fun out of it.
Yeah, as you're... Can you see what your echo sees, or...
I feel like I can stick my head out a window.
But you
But
cannot see through his
By the way,
echo.
this-
I'm just
No.
saying, like, the idea is that there are windows here you could sneak through to get to the other druids and stuff. Would you be able to see... If your echo looked through these windows, would you be able to see it?
not this level, next level.
By the way, the ledge is the deathly ambush approach, right?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Kind of rolled a 22 for that.
Yeah, I can just stick my head out the window, and if he goes within into a door that within 30 feet, I can just send it there and swap with it.
Hmm.
I don't really need to see as long as someone goes first.
So as you guys scooch along, you sort of look into little windows and you see a lot of little workshops. It seems to be the area where the churchgoers and rotations would keep down information and stuff. You see the druids sort of working in these areas. They're sort of like looking over the papers available. They seem to be translating it into Druidic and then sort of burning the originals into small lamps nearby. You can kind of see there's three of them in this area. There's like one in front of you, one sort of facing away from you in the alcove across, and one in the next one over. Big, you and Naika, as you approach forward, you can kind of see a couple of dogs patrolling the hallway, seemingly to alert the druids to the presence of anyone trying to break in.
Alright, so where I'm a Fearbolg, I have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with animals.
Mm-hmm.
And it says I have advantage on charisma checks to influence them, so I'm just gonna continue approaching, and when they get near, just try to ask them not to say anything, let them know I'm a friend.
Speaking Druidic.
Yes, basically, that's lore. That's what happens.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna, I guess, roll.
Yeah. Roll me a persuasion check.
It was better the first time.
I believe the big actually believes this.
Big, at least to the animals, yes, believes himself to be a friend. 12.
So, yeah, one of the dogs sort of approaches you on its little patrol and sort of sniffs the air, looking your way. What do?
New druid, friend, just basic.
Oh, friend druid. Please, go by. Who friend?
Would I think it was Puck or Bick or something. Would I remember the names I heard downstairs?
Huh?
I think they're referring to a Nika there.
Oh,
Yeah.
who's the? Oh, okay. I thought he was. I was like, damn. Big is not good at lying.
New prisoner.
Yeah, just new prisoner.
Oh, new prisoner. Take upstairs. Deja like.
Deja die.
Big does remember the name Deja. He, like, bow his head and keep walking.
So yeah, for the people on the window gang, you see Big, sort of dragging along a a bit of an overacting Anika, like, "You'll never fucking take me alive, you damn dirty druids! I'll eat your eyes out!" And it vaguely looks like Big has betrayed you, but thankfully, Anika's overacting seems to compensate for that.
Do we hear this from outside?
Yes, you hear very loud, angry yelling from Anika as you see the druids sort of look over their shoulder and laugh. Deeja's gonna have fun with her.
I regret being on this side of the team. I should have tried the windows.
So yeah, you watch as Big walks past the group and leads Anika upstairs. Wow, that was great. You sure you ain't a rogue, man? Like that was real smooth.
Thank you, and believe me, it was painful.
Well. If nothing else, we gotta get first crack at the big guy, so.
All right.
Meanwhile, window crew, what are you doing?
I mean,
Do you want to just continue to sneak by, or do you want to try and...
honestly, I would Rouse would be more wanting to know where the prisoners are to make sure they're safe, and then go just take out the probably the biggest group, which probably not the smartest with who we got.
I can investigate. I can investigate the room.
You want to try and investigate this room here? Or?
Yeah, from the... I could see pretty well from the ledge, can't I?
Yeah.
Huh?
I can...
Investigate implies that you're searching around and actually touching things.
Oh, touching.
Sight-
It's hard to
Sight
rope
base would be
just from
perception.
sight.
Yeah, what is it you're looking for exactly?
Well, he said... okay, so... Wallace said that he wanted to make sure that the prisoners were all right. Could I possibly take a look or listen in or something like that to...
Determine where the people who are being
Yeah.
trapped are.
Oh.
I swear I think these things out. I'm just dumb.
Ah, no worries. Yeah, you can roll.
At least you had a plan, dude. I froze. I was like processing.
Oh, God. That was investigation check, right?
Perception.
Perception. That would be an 8 total. An 8 total.
You can kind of see, like, some items strewn around on a table that don't seem to be druidic in origin. Like, there's a fancy-looking hat one of the druids apparently liked. There's a few bits of jewelry, things like that. Doesn't seem to be any sign of the prisoners actually in the surrounding room. You do remember that you saw Anika. You do remember that you saw a big dragging off. What these guys thought was a prisoner, and they directed them to go on. So, if you guys wish, you haven't been spotted yet. You can just sneak by these guys.
I think that might be best.
We can try.
Yeah, roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
I have advantage on those, I think.
Well, I rolled a 5.
Yes.
And I have disadvantage. So I'll roll again to see if it's worse. Natural 1.
Ouch. 15.
Stealth check.
Ouch. 15 plus 5, that's a non-nat 20.
That's the only natural one I'm ever going to be fine with, because Rouse should not be sneaky.
And that's an 11. I got a non-nat 20 on my first one, so...
Oh. Well, they don't seem to notice you, Caleb. But yeah, as you sort of go down, you do accidentally, start to scoot yourself away past the windows and stuff. As you do, you sort of reach up a little bit too high and sort of tap the window, and a small crack appears in it. The druid, sort of working on the document, sort of looks up very cautiously. The heck?
Well, I'm a hitman. If he comes through the window, I want to smash through it, grab him, and just pull him out. Whatever I have to roll, I will roll it.
Oh yeah, he starts to lift up the window a bit and the heck? And as he leans over the edge, I need you to make me an athletics check.
That is really good. My athletics is awesome, too.
And that was really bad.
He's getting pulled out the window with a 26.
Well, that certainly beats a 1.
This man threw himself out the window.
This man was a druid that attacked this town.
Yes. So yeah, as he leans out, he is immediately confronted by the presumably red eyes of Rallis.
Yeah.
As he just whoa, what? He leans back and hits his head on the window, and as he does, you immediately grab the necklace around his neck and pull him out. He just and you see him fall to the ground below.
Do I still have his necklace?
Yes, you have taken this man's necklace, and he has taken a fatal amount of damage as you
Holy shit.
as you toss him down, and you hear a very loud snap.
Oh, I don't have this.
Let me roll something real quick. And with a 9 and a 7, the other two druids have not noticed because they are too involved in their work.
Question: while Vane is still walking around, would he be able to notice?
Yeah, I'll say that as you're just, like, sulking outside of one of the houses, having found no treasure, and still feeling very dejected
I
at
want you
being
to
called
look
out.
up and just see Rallis drag someone out of the
look
window.
up, you look up and see your friends have apparently changed from D&D to Hitman as a man falls, and you hear a very sickening snap as the man falls to the ground.
Vane will just sort of walk under the windows,
Fuck, I'm
just looking
climbing
up.
Huh?
in. I'm climbing in, fuck it. I'm gonna be a distraction.
Well done, 47.
No.
Question: how high up is the window?
Second story?
Third story.
Third story.
About how high up is that?
It's about,
Is it within 90 feet?
yes.
Okay, as he climbs in, I am going to cast the Summon Shadow Spawn spell right behind him in the window in order to summon a shadow spirit inside.
Alright.
And I choose an emotion, fury, despair, or fear, which will shape what the spirit is like. And I will be summoning the fear... I'll be summoning the despair shadow spirit, which makes any creature that starts its turn within 5 feet of it have its speed reduced by 20.
Oh, alright. So yeah, Rallis, as you sort of continue hitmanning your way around, you hear from inside, "Oh God, no!" As a strange spirit starts to sound. You look up briefly and see the other druids are like, "The fuck?" And like gather around to see this strange spirit seemingly having to fight against their better instincts as they do, as they sort of slowly make their way towards it.
For anyone who doesn't know what a shadow spirit looks like, it's basically a massive, like, it is a medium monstrosity that is like a hulking mass of muscle and flesh with multiple heads snarling, looking every which way, and is a very ugly bastard, but
Sounds-
also very horrifying.
Just sounds like a Hydra, but aight.
Should we just grab the other druids and pull them out the window too?
Also, I'm pretty sure you all would have no idea that this was Vane's monstrosity. It just suddenly...
I don't know you're there, so no.
It is just a horrific, monstrous, demon-like thing has suddenly appeared inside the building.
Am I able to throw myself inside and start shooting while they're all gathered around?
I said I was climbing in. So
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
come on, jump in.
Alright.
It's 3-on-2 and they're afraid.
Jump in, start shooting. So anyway, I started blasting.
Well, we know how my surprise attack round went.
Yeah, you can head on it, go ahead and take a shot.
Oh yeah, sure, right like this. Okay, seriously though. That's a 15.
That'll hit.
Yes. Alright, cool. Also, would this be a sneak attack since, mine went
I'd say
my
so, yeah.
stealth went particularly well?
You are hidden.
Plus, I'm pretty sure they are very distracted with what is attacking them right now.
Oh damn, that would have been. I think that would have been an attack with advantage, but well, we already determined to hit, so.
I mean, you can roll for crit if it is advantage.
You're welcome to.
I have to roll a.
Natural 20 for a crit.
Yeah.
Damn. All right, never mind. All right, 2d8 piercing. That I'm not counting that actually. That actually fell in my hand. One mulligan, and we're using the enhanced gun.
Huh.
Well, why would you use another one?
The other one has infinite ammo.
It also does something else, doesn't it?
Okay, that one was an actual one this time.
I think they both have a +1 to hit. It's just one has +1 damage.
So that's a 4 plus a 1, that's a 5. And for the sneak attack. So that's a 5 plus an 8. 13, I think.
Huh.
So
Huh?
from your perspective, you got, you'll never take me alive, and then a gunshot and someone screaming
Wait, where is this happening in relation to me?
Yeah, I'd say you've
behind
like,
you.
just gotten to the stairs and you hear all this commotion behind you.
I guess I'll turn to Anika then. Should we go check on that?
Fine.
She knows Rallis.
Also, which one of those druids did I hit?
You hit like the one on the far side. He was just starting to round the corner towards this big monster, and I'd say you like winged him in the arm. It's like fuck,
Sweet. No touchy.
But yeah. As Noose also makes his way up into the window, he pulls out a knife and throws it at the other one.
All right, we have a third party member.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
That'll be a 19. And as he sort of lifts his knife and like throws it, it hits the other one sort of in the leg. Ow! Fuck! And then deals deals also 11 damage, or deals 11 damage as the knife sort of sticks in his leg. Ow! Fuck! But yes, you may roll for initiative.
And I will just pretend that I...
7.
Do I just pretend I am the Shadow Spirit for now?
Hmm?
Would the Shadow Spirit essentially just be me?
Sure.
I will roleplay a monster.
Where am I in this situation?
I rolled a
The
20.
hallway.
Okay.
I rolled a 20.
If you would like to join, you may. If not, that's fine too.
It's fine either way.
That's when I roll a 20.
I'll let
really?
them handle this.
Okay.
I got a...
We'll walk in at the end of combat.
22.
So that was 22,
Well, technically, I'd be 25.
25, 22,
7.
7.
I don't have high dex.
I kind of keep forgetting I get +5 to my initiative.
Yeah. Yeah, like, Rallis is not a very dexterous person. His other stats are pretty good, but dexterity is not one of them.
I don't know what it is, but dexterity is always just like my biggest stat. I don't get it.
All the fun classes uses dex as their attack stat.
So, with that initiative, Johnny, it is your turn.
Sweet. All right. So, which one of the how many of the druids are there?
There's 2.
Just the two.
There are 2 druids,
And they're
Two
taking
druids.
equal amounts of damage.
Equal amounts
and
of
a
damage.
couple of dogs that, at the sign of combat, rush downstairs. And
And also a random giant monster.
a random giant monster.
But you feel like it's friendly.
Actually, you'd have no idea. It's just got there and started roaring.
Which one of the druids would I have the clearest shot on?
Probably the one you shot.
Oh, I thought that one. I thought
The
that
one with bullet wound.
I thought that one was. I thought that one was behind the monster or something. All right, yeah. I guess we'll go for him. Oh, that's a 2. That's a 2.
Unfortunately, a 2 misses.
Yeah.
Yeah, you aren't making that up.
Yeah, as you take aim towards the druid you shot and said, "Aha! Follow up! It's my secret weapon!" And mist sort of hit a jar nearby. It begins to leak ashes onto him, which is disconcerting, but unfortunately it does only emotional damage.
Doesn't show up on the leaderboard, man. Ain't worth nothing.
Tristan, your go.
I had to miss a shot at some point in this campaign.
I think that's the first one.
So how close are the druids to the Shadow Spirit?
It was like small alcoves. They're like both about 10 feet away.
I just remembered I actually would have done more damage on that crit I rolled earlier.
Oops.
I have a feat that lets me roll an extra d12.
So if the Shadow Spirit would the Shadow Spirit be able to walk into a spot that's like within 5 feet of both of them?
Yes.
Okay, it will walk into that little spot between them, and they will feel the weight of sorrow, losing 20 movement speed whenever they start their turn, and then it will use its chilling rend melee to attack the unwounded one. So the one that was not shot before.
Yeah, the one that got stabbed.
Yes. That is a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 1d12. That is 7 cold damage.
Alright.
And that, is that it? Yeah, that's its turn.
That it is Druid 1's turn. He turns towards you, Johnny, and sort of says, "Alright, you know what? Fuck you." And he starts to raise a hand towards you. As he shakes his hand very in vain, he says, "What the fuck?" Fine. He like grabs the quarterstaff and rushes towards you.
And moves very little.
I assume this room isn't super big.
Yeah, you're about 10 feet away from him. Just get up close and take a whack at you.
I like to imagine he's just moving in slow motion and everything else.
17 hit.
Does it have to go above, or can it match it?
I think if it matches, the attacker wins. Is what we
Yeah.
decided. Yeah.
Yeah, the only time where matching it does, where if you match them, fucking hell, I'm having a stroke. I don't know. I will collect my thoughts later.
The point is it matched it at 17.
Then, as a wooden staff whacks you soundly on the head, but you take about 10 damage.
Ow!
On that note, it is Relice's turn.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and activate my shield and extend one of my talons and just stab this person that hit my friend. That is going to be 22.
That'll hit.
Where is my D12? There it is.
Oh, that whack really hurt. Am I still alive? Wait.
17 damage.
Oh, good. A concussion. I can still feel.
Does a 17 kill it? Piercing damage.
No.
I'll stab it again.
Alright.
Nope.
What'd you roll?
Natural 1.
Ooh.
Let me roll severity on that one, Chief.
You can't win them all.
You gotta miss at some point.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay. With my modifier is 11.
So, as you extend your shield and talon and get one stab in on this person, he sort of like holds his shoulder. Fuck. You sort of retract your talon and get ready to send it out again. As he does, he sort of twists his quarterstaff around to deflect the blow, and you bury your talon into our dear friend Caleb's arm, dealing 11 damage to him.
You don't have evasion yet, do you?
Nope. Not yet.
That's what, level 4? 4 or 5 for Rogue?
Thing. That's when you get. Yeah. Because 5 is when he gets the subclass stuff, so yeah, it'd be 4.
Oh, neat.
Or-
Yeah.
Yeah, because they get it at the same time as their improvement, don't they?
I got dealt 11 damage.
Yes.
Do I want to... Nah, I think I'll just activate my spines. Won't do anything now, but if they try and grab me, it'll do something.
And that it is Druid 2's turn.
Actually, evasion is 7th level. Jesus Christ.
Is it 7th level?
Yeah.
My,
It's been so long.
Oh my god.
It is really good.
Shit. 4 more levels.
No, Uncanny Dodge is the one I'm thinking of.
That is 5th level.
Yeah, 5th level is Uncanny Dodge.
Okay, 2 more levels in Rogue. That's not bad.
Yeah, and then every turn you can just half an attack against you. Just half damage.
Yeah, I'd say probably go to the bat and then rest, just probably Artificer.
Honestly.
Well, I at most probably evasion because then you get half damage on all AoE spell and trap effects.
Oh, that's true, actually.
And if you make the save, you take no damage.
Yeah, I was thinking to go up to like level 7 Rogue just for that evasion and then probably put the rest in Artificer.
Because you're all about
Right.
movement, so that would make sense.
so, the second Druid is going to use a bonus action to get the knife out of its leg. Then look towards our new friend Noose and like raise a hand towards him. Fuck you! And gonna make that. And unfortunately, good old Noose has failed, so that'll be. Yeah, he took a pretty good chunk of damage as he like holds his ears and gets pushed against the wall.
Ah, my ears. Ew.
Yeah, still silent, but yeah. With that, we
Like,
back up the list to our dear friend Johnny, or Caleb.
That first druid is still basically right in front of me, right?
Yep.
I'm going to look at him and say, got a nice swinging arm. I'll give you that. Only problem. Quarterstaff. Gun. I win. And we'll just pop one right through his face.
And then that one.
It's 8 plus Dex mod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus Dex, plus proficiency, plus 1.
Uh,
Because of your artificial stuff.
Oh, that's
yes.
right. So let's see, that's 13, 16, 17 in total.
That'll hit.
Dope. Swank.
And I'm within 5 feet of him. Sneak attack.
As am I.
Oh, this is gonna get good. I love this game, truly, I do. Maybe I should just multi-class into rogue all the time. Like, why would I not? I
mean, every class is one of the better ones to multi-class into.
It's the D8.
Is
No.
the diamond one?
Yes, that is D8.
Okay.
And then there was like one guy who did like 3 levels of Barbarian, then 1 level of Fighter, and he only ever used the first level Fighter abilities.
Alright,
2 levels, so you can
total
at least
of
heal.
12 plus 1,
Which
that's
I'm also
13.
capable of doing.
Sneak
I
attack.
forgot about.
5. Okay, so a 9, 10, 11, 12. So 22?
Yeah, with a very solid blow to the head that sort of leaves a hole where his eye used to be that you can see the other edge, other side of. He gives a shudder and falls back. You have defeated him. On that note, Tristan, or unnamed shadow spirits, it is your name. It is your turn, sorry.
Let's see, and
It was your lie in April.
so who is left standing?
1 druid, I think.
Yep, 1 druid left.
Okay. And were the dogs coming up?
The dogs ran off. They're only sentries. They're not paid enough for this.
Yeah, you'll get to fight them when you try and come back into the church.
What the fuck do you pay a
Better
dog in
not.
treats?
Scooby snacks.
Sorry, the dogs
listen,
unionized.
listen, they're druids. Dogs are equals in their society.
Damn straight.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Ratto rearit.
We don't
Yeah,
ask.
they
we don't
get
ask
paid in
them to
mossy
risk their
pebbles
lives.
like the rest of the druids.
Anyway, the shadow spirit's going to approach the remaining druid directly behind him and once again use his chilling rend.
Ah,
That is a 20.
that'll hit.
Yeah, 20 something.
If it starts with 20, it's probably going to hit.
This motherfucker gets my spell attack modifier as his plus to hit. So he gets a plus 8 to hit.
Again, is this creature normally autonomous, or
I control it because it's a summon.
that's the type of warlock you are?
I mean, I just got it as my
It's-
3rd level spell.
Mm.
It's a spell.
Ah.
So.
Oh, I didn't know if it was like in a class ability.
God damn,
No,
even
it's
I'd have a
just
hard
a
time
spell I
fighting
got as a
Bane
warlock.
1-on-1.
It's a new one with Tasha's Cauldron of Everything.
Nice.
I mean, all you would have to do is shoot him and make him fail a con save.
Tasha's Cauldron tried to make Alchemist viable, but it's really not looking at it.
All you have to do is get him to waste his 2 spell slots.
That is 10
Fair
cold
enough.
damage.
Yeah, as one of the heads latches onto this guy's face, he like sort of pushes the head away, and you see a bit of literal frostbite across this man's face.
Yeah, its bite and claws are so horrifically terrifying they freeze.
Druid 1 is dead. Relish, your go.
Right, Noose goes after me, doesn't he?
Huh?
Does Noose go after me, or did I just miss
Noose
his turn?
is like bottom of the initiative.
Okay, I thought he was. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna move towards this guy and just stab him.
Okay.
That was bounce off another die into a 21.
That'll hit.
9 damage.
Yeah, you get a pretty solid stab into his kidneys.
Yeah, I'll just stab him again. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Piercer and re-roll this die to see if it's higher, because it more than a 1 is better. Oh yeah, that's that goes from 9 to 18.
Yeah, you get a pretty solid stab in on his kidneys.
Yeah. There was a chance he would have died.
Regardless of what happens, you will stab his kidneys.
25.
That'll hit.
I cannot. Okay, that's 12 more damage.
And with a solid stab into this man's neck, he gives a slight shudder, then goes limp.
Okay. I'm step back from this creature defensively and move back towards the window to take a glance out of it, because
Yeah, you look down and see that this is probably the shenanigans of your friend's Vane.
You see Vane with his arms crossed, looking up with his eyes just brightly glowing red.
Vane just sitting there, trying not to look like a stand user, even though he has a mohawk and golden teeth.
how far down is he?
He's about
Stand
he's
user.
about like 60 feet down.
You can't.
We don't have enough rope.
Yeah, you can't teleport to him.
I just kind of look out the window and go, they're dead. We have 2 more in here if you want to come join us, including their leader.
I'll be heading up. And I'll start heading up the stairs and
You shout.
I want to know if you have to fight the dogs now,
He better not.
because it's one on the dogs, and I don't know about them.
Yeah, you go inside and you see the dogs like sort of scratching at the 2 that are sort of like basically encased in stone sarcophagi. Just
Create bonfire.
just sort of like scratching away.
I'm just ignoring them and heading upstairs. Just walking past them.
Yeah.
The traps are, as I come back in, I just turn towards Caleb and just go, the traps were disarmed, right? I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, they were disarmed. No worries.
Traps. Oh shit. Vane, hang on!
Jump out window.
Don't worry, any damage sustained from your idiocy will be transferred to you.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to roll for that real quick.
He disabled most of the traps, probably.
You see, good old Noose just like write down. Listen, I said a lot of traps, man. Make me a deck save real quick.
Oh no.
15.
Average.
So yeah, you as you walk up, you sort of see a few dead druids in the hallway and think, normal stuff. Probably some sort of fight or something. You sort of walk by one and sort of step over it. As you do, you hear a sort of a whirring sound as the body beneath you begins to shudder, glow, and then explode. With unfortunately, didn't quite make that save, so that'll be.
This is the temple of your patron, and he didn't protect you. How many dice are you rolling?
5. So that'll be 32 thunder damage.
Oh my god!
What the hell?
I am at 8 hit points.
Thunderball.
You want to find big, friend.
Vane,
Yeah.
whatever you do,
You hear
stop fucking moving!
you hear a very loud boom downstairs, and as your friend Vane makes his way up the stairs, you see him comically smoking like a cartoon character, covered in soot, limping his way up the stairs.
Where am I in relation to this?
Yeah, you're like I'd say you're probably like in the room at this point. You just look across and see Vane staggering in like old Yeller if the first shot didn't do it.
I'm gonna do that Shrek thing where you like, and then like put your hair out, like the last of it.
What little bit is sticking out of a new hole in my hood?
Yeah, just like a little spark on it. Just
Yeah, Vane, you see this strange new guy in the room just My bad.
I have to
shadow-
ask, did you hold concentration? I have
I'm
no
not
idea.
sure which one would be better.
I hope it is.
The fact that I'm rolling should tell you the answer you need to know. I forget what. Is it?
It's
Is it con?
it's Constitution, and it is half the damage that you took to a minimum of 10. So you took 30 something.
32.
So the DC would be 16.
What do I? Is that a saving throw?
Yeah, it's a con saving throw, I believe. It might just be a straight Constitution check
Nothing else
Okay.
that sounds right.
because it's concentration, but that would be Constitution.
Well then, the shadow spirit fades away into oblivion.
No, Master, save me. I don't want to be in a bad Elder Scrolls game.
I don't want to go, Mr. Stark.
Master, I don't feel so. Please don't. The character models have aged poorly.
It's a just fucking Vane comes up. It's a shame that Minion's gonna die of ligma.
You
Who the hell is
Ligma
Steve
ball.
Jobs, Vane?
Whose trap was that?
Ligma balls.
Sorry.
I was. If it didn't disappear, it was going to swing at News. It was going to make a chilling rend attack. And it was going to do 1d12 +3/+3 cold damage.
Fucking karma.
I want to point out that was 5d8s. It was 3 8s, a 7, and a 1. The 1 was rolled first. I figured, okay, maybe it won't be that bad.
That could have downed you if you rolled all 8s.
Also, I want to point out, I have the sort of greater warning, but I want to think Vane was too stupid to actually just pull it out and think about it.
I mean, you didn't think of it, so.
Yeah.
A wide, empty hallway with lots of room to move around in.
And a couple
This
dead
doesn't-
bodies.
This doesn't look like a boss room at all.
Now here's
I'm
my
sure it's
now
fine.
here's my
Also-
question.
Also, technically, I could use my Dark One's own luck roll to have passed that check, but I think it's funnier if it doesn't.
Now my question is, when you're blown to the floor for a second there, are you in the position that Family Guy characters drop to, or are you in the position of Yamcha?
Yamcha.
I want to think I was stepping over it, slammed through, it explodes, slams my face into the wall, and I fall backward onto the ground. So I'm like the face-up version of the Yamcha pose.
You can see the disappointment in himself in his eyes. And the hatred towards humanity growing. Big's gonna, just kinda
If I was
patch
literally
you a bit
any
and
other
you
character
heal,
I played, I would have
20
laughed
points.
at him.
20 points.
If I was
20 points.
any
It's the
other
best I can
character,
do.
I would have laughed at him.
Okay, so I heal 20 from that, and I'm also going to drink that health potion, which how much is health potion?
It's D12?
No, it's I believe 2d6 plus 4 normally,
Can I
or
let
2d4 plus 4.
Can I let him borrow?
Yeah, you could
And
let
you
him
can.
borrow your amulet and give him a drink.
So that would be
I can produce
9.
alcohol.
Fair enough. I don't want to share my flask. I don't drink after people.
I'm back at 37 now, so I'm good.
I'll borrow my amulet for a quick second.
And Vane will take it.
All right, cool. Now, you make some alcohol real quick.
Yeah, do we have a...
I mean,
Cup or-
don't you have? I mean, I can just drink straight from the alchemy jug.
yeah, I'll hand it to you.
Saying, how much is it? Do I heal?
I think it was 10 HP, wasn't it?
I don't
Did we say? I forget.
He rolls a bunch of stuff.
No.
You can produce 4 gallons of beer or 2 gallons of wine for alcohol. You can take your pick there.
I'll produce the wine.
Somehow I knew you were going to say
Yeah,
that.
it's more edgy.
I'm a producer. I'm gonna use one of my scrolls of mending. I rolled 6 HP.
Okay. So Timmy, how much was the healing from the amulet of alcohol?
Oh, let me double check
Ism?
real quick.
Wasn't
Amulet
it
of
like
dwarfism?
4d4 or something?
I don't remember.
Which is insane.
I had it and then I got rid of it, and I did not care to remember because of that.
Do you not have it written down?
Yeah, you should have it written down on your sheet, John.
I have the
44
amulet
plus
written
4.
down as an equipment.
44.
44 plus 4.
Oh my god.
You should write that down.
Can I have some D4s?
Here's mine.
Okay,
Updated
so I'm back up
dragon
at
style.
50. I'm happy now.
Yeah, you're in a much better place.
Did the wound on your hand heal?
Or do I have to question you
No,
about
that-
it again?
That will be the remaining 2 hit points.
That's what I think. Like, if you're not fully, that one should still be there.
I think self-inflicted wounds like that should be the last thing that heals.
That's what I. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
would assume.
Yeah.
if they're minor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway,
More worried about the internal bleeding.
As you head up to the top floor, you see you're in sort of the steeple part of the church. There's a very wide hallway full of bodies, not only of the locals but of druids. As you walk along, you notice the druids have deep scratches across their bodies, seemingly from those who are infected. The locals, as you observe, have what seem to be puncture wounds in their necks and signs of late-stage infections. A few of them having bestial warped limbs and fangs tinged with blood. There's a chest across the room, and near the door to the next room, you can hear someone talking to themselves. Now, worry not, brother. It will all be fine soon. It will all be fine soon.
I'll just sort of motion for everyone to stop, and I will resummon the Shadow Spirit. I have this spell, and I'm gonna fucking use it if it kills me.
Yeah, give me a moment.
Let's see.
Also, does anyone have any extra health potions?
You should have one.
Yes, you have one.
Yeah,
Everyone has one, including Anika.
I didn't remember getting
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, Rodney
you got it
got
at the
it
end
for
of
all of
last
us.
session.
Oh, yes, you're correct. Thank you.
Everyone but me has one. I had 4.
How much does that heal again?
I thought you
It
had
was
one.
2d4 plus 4.
These two had one. and Naka had one. Rouse didn't take one.
Because he didn't need it.
I
Yeah.
gave you.
Yeah, well, I think it was.
I think
you
you
had
kept
4
that.
potions, but Raul said, "I don't need a potion." So
Yeah,
you
I'll
gave it to
keep one
Nike
on.
instead.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you took 4
Yeah,
and gave
because,
his to Anika.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, I can use Scrolls of Mending as potions,
Yeah.
which I have looked into. Apparently, I can have potions and have that healing, so
Yeah.
it's the same price in gold. So we can just swap over.
God,
later.
thank God
Yeah,
you told me I
sounds
had
good.
one. I'm back up to 40.
Yeah.
And I have yet to be attacked still.
But yeah, now that Vane is
I can fix
very,
that.
very upset at being exploded, his shadow spirit will take on the aspect of fury and will be much more ferocious and scary looking than the ugly bastard already was.
Fair.
I'm going to use the wild shape to cast Find Familiar.
Oh, all right.
Doesn't Find Familiar take like an hour?
Yeah, it takes an hour.
Okay, then if that.
It has to be done as a ritual.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like one of the only spells that has to be a ritual, I think. That's
Okay.
low level.
Yeah, whenever I see ritual, I always think it's an option. But I guess I'm good if y'all want to.
Yeah.
If y'all are ready.
So if you all are ready, I am going to be sending my shadow spirit forward, and it will place itself directly in front of the door.
Hmm.
And I'll just sort of motion for Rallis, Caleb, and Big to move up beside it, while Vane sort of crouches down, ready to strike behind it.
Yeah.
While it just sort of stands sort of dead center in the doorway before it opens.
Rouse will probably go and drop his cloak, just throw that somewhere away from the bodies.
Hmm.
Just move up. And yeah, I think I'll leave my spawns active for right now.
Gotcha.
Alright, is everyone ready?
Yep.
Alright, you ready, Caleb?
Caleb will do some stretches real quick, get a bit more loosened up, pop some knuckles. All right, let's do this.
Alright. So I will have the shadow spirit just sort of wrap its claws around the handle of the door and just sort of start pushing it open.
Hmm. Yes, as you look into the final room, you see a druid. Seems to be a rather young fellow, very fresh-faced youth, but with a few streaks of gray in his otherwise blonde hair. Has a very unshaven, ragged appearance with a very long beard and a few bones looped into his hair as charms and very deep bags around his eyes. As the door swings open a bit further, you see two fairly shoddy metal cages, seemingly erected in a day or two. Not much craftsmanship to them. In one, you can see the five members of the mortician community who are just huddled in the very back in fear, with the other cage holding what seems to be a very large creature, but it's not like a lot of the other infected you've seen. It seems to be wearing tattered druid's robes and seems to be a mixture of wolf, deer, and man. It paces a bit, sort of bangs its antlers against the walls of the cage and starts to scratch its way free. As you approach, you see the druid looking down on a bit of a table. You see a freshly killed corpse in the late stages of infection, with a lot of blood pooling around from its heart. Another failure. He very carefully just gives a push and shoves the corpse off the table. Roger, you here to pick up the corpses, or he looks up and sees the shadow spirit. Outsiders, then.
And the shadow spirit will just start growling and hissing with both of its heads.
Well, that's not a very friendly spirit. Away. I need it to make a charisma save for me.
Question: for saving throws on something you summon, what does it use for saving throws? Just its modifier?
I believe it would be the creature's charisma modifier.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
that's if it
that's the
has
creature's
proficiency.
charisma modifier.
Okay. Because it doesn't give anything specifically about saving throws. So.
Yeah. Depending on the creature, it should have a saving throw.
It doesn't, because it's only a summoned creature. It's not a regular creature.
Huh.
For some reason they don't do that for summoned creatures. I don't know why. So that would be a 6.
As you... does this creature have hit points, or is it just like a...
It has 35.
Yeah, it's... as Dija looks towards it, it takes... as it fails to save, it takes about 12 psychic damage and becomes paralyzed. Spirits not of nature have no place in this world. Now, whoever's out there, I suggest you leave. This is Druid territory now, and I have important work I'm doing.
Vane will just sort of look over at Caleb and just sort of make a firing motion and point towards in the vague direction of where that voice was coming from.
From my angle, is there anywhere I can see that has cover that I could drop my echo in? If there's a big enough box I could put it behind.
Yeah, there's sort of it's probably a bookshelf you could probably put it behind if you wanted to.
Cool. I'm gonna do that because I'm gonna swap it in later.
Gotcha.
When the battle starts, that will be on my first turn.
Guess I'm shooting in its direction then.
Yeah, he just sort of motions for you to reach around, around the door frame, around where the shadow spirit is. Just to sort of keep yourself safe, so the spirit can take a hit if they attack you.
Alright, we'll do that. Do I need to roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just sort of motions for you to shoot the person who paralyzed the spirit, the lady with the voice. Or is it a guy?
It's a guy.
Okay, the guy.
That's a natural 1, boys.
Ooh.
Man, everything.
I'm going to roll severity real quick.
Everything do be going wrong right now.
That's That's a great spirit you summoned. It's not there anymore.
Hey, it's still got 23 hit points.
Okay, gotta roll something. Gotta roll something
spirit
else
of
real quick. 'cause
Embodied anger. Is
that was
just
real bad
terrified.
severity. I need to see. Just need to check something.
Also, I don't know why this thing's
Do I
called
roll
a
my
fucking
usual
spirit.
damage die
It is
for the
not
gun?
a spirit. It is a monstrosity.
What am I rolling here exactly?
Oh, I was gonna roll. I was rolling.
I don't
Oh,
know
I'm
why.
sorry.
So, as you as our dear friend Vane suggests, and sort of peek out from behind a corner and take a shot. You see the shot miss not only miss the druid, but it seems to ricochet off the back wall. You hear a pained grunt, and Vane, you having a much better view of the situation, see the bullets hit one of the prisoners.
Vane will just sort of look over at Caleb and he just has like the most like, are you fucking kidding me sort of looks.
You're the one that
Can
told
you
me
roll
to blind
damage?
fire.
Can you roll damage for me?
Usual damage die with a gun.
Would
Yes.
that be a sneak attack?
Oh, come on.
On the bright side, you don't have
Well,
to
he
enact a
was
sneak
flanked.
attack.
He was flanked on each side, and he's restrained, right? Or like,
Yeah. So you have advantage.
Oh, no.
It was a
Advantage-
perfect shot.
Wait, advantage on the hitting roll?
I mean, if they're restrained, technically.
You were not aiming at the civilian, so no.
Yeah, you
don't
weren't
have
aiming at him,
advantage.
so I wouldn't say advantage there.
I was
But
just
Okay,
carrying on.
so,
But it would be funny.
regular damage die I use for guns then?
Yes, regular
Okay.
damage
Roll,
die.
please.
That's 6.
That's not low.
Okay, so a 7, and I used my enhanced gun, so that makes it a 7.
You
Please
mean an
tell-
8?
Yes. Don't tell me I have to use my fucking sneak attack die.
You don't.
I wouldn't say you have to use a sneak attack, because
I would
these
still do it. I'd
these
do it.
prisoners have 10 health. Unfortunately, as the bullet pierces through his heart, you see him give a few more raspy breaths and then unfortunately expire. You see the druid in question look over his shoulder. Well, I'll need more test subjects then. Perhaps you two, you will make a fine one. You watch as he walks over to the cage and swings open a door.
I'm in. Fuck that. I'm rushing him.
Yeah, he swings open a door. Brother, get them. And, yes, everyone may roll for initiative.
10.
19.
16.
Wow, Vane can't roll for shit.
Also, you give bad advice.
Well, I was trying to get my spirit unparalyzed.
Mr. Blind Fire in the fucking group.
That is a 7.
I can't believe I listened. That was funny, though. Oops.
I told you to shoot the evil guy. It's your fault that we missed.
This is why you aim with your guns.
I didn't tell you not to aim.
How am I supposed to aim when I'm literally putting this thing around a corner?
I said to look around the corner and just keep behind the spirit so you don't just die.
This has been a clusterfuck.
Gotta miss
And, I'm
sometimes.
sorry, what did you guys roll?
7.
7?
16.
16?
God, you are so unlucky.
Middle of the road.
I used all my luck at the very beginning.
Oh, yeah, with all those beasts.
Yeah. Because I
What'd
rolled
you get?
max damage.
I got 10. I believe that Big got 19.
Big, it is your turn.
All right. Let's see. So, what's the general layout of the room we're in then?
There's the Deja the Druid, the infected man beside him, very late stage infection from what you can tell. There's the prisoners who are about 10 feet to their left. Rallis is on the other side of the room, and everyone else is sort of clustered around the door. They're all about 15 feet or probably about 20 feet or so away from you.
Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what the best way to go about this would be. I guess I'll just try the earth tremor again. Centered on Deja then.
All right.
And so
How big a radius is that?
10 feet.
Does that hit the other creature as well?
If it's beside me.
Oh yeah, it hit both of them.
I have spike growth and I want to use it because it's
That's a-
2d4.
That's a great spell, but you
But-
might hit
but, yeah.
the...
But also,
You-
we couldn't get near him physically.
Yeah.
Also, what does that do?
It creates a bunch of spike growth.
It makes
It-
it makes the ground covered.
It's
in
a
thorns.
it's a pitfall trap essentially. Only you can place it anywhere. It's a 20 foot by 20 foot, I think.
Yes, and for every
And
5 feet you
it's-
move through it, or start your
it-
turn in 2d4.
It's weird that spells like that can just be done inside of a building.
Spike growth is awesome. It does a lot of damage, and it's difficult terrain, so it takes forever to get out of.
You have to expend 10 feet of movement to move 5 feet, and for every 5 feet you move, and every time you start your turn, it's 2d4. But we couldn't get near them.
Well, it's 2d4 for every 5 feet.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Spike growth is awesome. I had that in my previous version of Rallis.
Also, is that the spell you used that tripped someone the last time we did a campaign? And they
No, that
tripped-
was entangle or
Okay.
ensnare.
Yeah.
But I got spike growth and I haven't been able to use it, but I don't think
Dear
it's the best for
God,
this
that is-
situation.
Did they pass
I'm sorry.
the saving throw?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do I have to roll
It's
for that?
it's just that you've got to beat a 14. It's
Dex?
Dex.
Wait, does it do the saving throw?
No, I'm not casting spike growth.
Oh, okay. I thought you were.
That's a success for the infected one. I'll roll for the druid. Druid also made it, I'm afraid.
Yay.
But they are in difficult terrain.
That's
They
a
are
great
in
news.
difficult terrain.
I'm just trying not to inconvenience us.
You're good. So with that, it is the infected one's turn. You see it sort of stagger a bit on the difficult terrain, then rush towards the door. It's going to take a swing at the shadow spirit. Does that have an AC or
14.
14?
That thing, is that thing a large creature?
Medium.
Medium.
It's a medium monstrosity.
That thing's squishy then.
It's 35 hit points, and then it's plus 15 for every spell level above the 3rd level. So whenever I get a 4th level spell slot, it becomes 50.
Yeah, but it's very easy to hit.
Well, that also increases, I'm pretty sure. It's 11 plus the level of the spell.
Ah,
So it's 14 for now, then it'd be 15, so on and so on. Until, what's the max level Warlock spells? 5th?
warlocks get 9th level spells.
Yeah, I knew they went to at least.
But they
7.
only get one. They can only use it once a day. They have very special abilities. It's not in their
Well,
chart.
well, there are actual spell slots. They don't
Yeah,
have
their actual spells go to 5th level, but they do get one level 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th spell slot eventually.
I've only got one more first level spell slot.
Oh, but you
Hmm.
I've
have
got 2 second level left.
Yeah, but you can only use those for a specific chosen spell of that spell level. Though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't use it for the Shadow Spirit.
So yes, as the claw attack hits the shadow spirit, it takes a bit of slashing and cold damage, 4 slashing damage and 10 cold damage, as the claw sort of rends through one of its necks and gouges deep into its throat. Thankfully, creature with more than one head, so works out. With its second attack, it's going to bite.
Hey, at least it's working as a meat shield.
Yup.
I hope it was worth all my spell slots.
And for 14, that'll hit.
Well, I think if it had hit
How
you,
many
it
hit
wouldn't
points
still
does
be
it have
standing
left?
very easy.
9.
Can we heal it?
I
What's
doubt it.
What's it count as?
It is a monstrosity.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna die here. So
No, but I'm curious, like if you could.
And unfortunately, that's 12 piercing damage. So as the infected man bites into its remaining neck and tears it free, the shadow spirit begins to slowly fade into a pool of black dust.
well, that ruins Rouse's plan.
I mean, it ate up the turn. It did what it was supposed to do. I wish I could have used its dreadful scream, but
On that note, it is now Deej's turn. And, sorry. Improve spells. And, yeah, you see him. Who's, like, by the door right now?
That would be Caleb is by the door, and I'm standing behind where the shadow spirit was.
My echo is also there.
Ah,
I'm kind of
Yeah.
in.
So they're to the side of the
Middle-ish.
door, hiding behind it.
Hmm.
I'm directly in view of the door.
gotcha. Well, since, since you took a shot at him, Caleb, I'm gonna need you to make me a con save.
Oh shit.
Or, I'm
All
sorry, wisdom save.
All right.
That's worse.
Yeah, that is much worse. Oh, wait, that might not be bad.
18 plus a 2. That's a non-nat 20.
All right, so you resist it, and the druid just like he sort of raises his other hand for a more direct approach as he makes a spell attack towards you, and you see a bundle of green energy sort of form in his hands.
He pulled out a plasma pistol.
That'll be a modified 23, which I assume hits.
You have lost all of your shields.
Damn well know that hits.
All right,
Get ready,
I'm
he's about to
just
pull out the
trying to
magnum.
Uh-oh.
Going for the noob combo.
Block your head. Block your head.
And yes, as that connects, you take 12 fire damage.
Oh. Well, that's not so bad.
Wait, what hit him?
Firebolt.
Ah, yeah, that makes
Luigi fire.
It would have been more, but you didn't yell out PK fire first.
PK fire. PK
Well, if that had happened, he would have been unable to move for his next 2 turns.
You know what? Fuck you all. You're now paralyzed.
What did I do?
You know damn well what you did. You failed your AC. I'm joking.
No, you failed your
obviously.
dex save.
Is it my turn
You're now
next? Oh,
prone.
please tell me it's my turn next.
It is your turn next.
Cool. I'm going to turn the corner and then throw him one gigantic middle finger.
Is that what you call your other gun?
Is that your free action?
No, I'm going to shoot him actually.
Do you tap the ground with a 10-foot pole?
All right. You
Seems
may,
trapped.
you may make your attack.
Gun. Gun. 9 plus my dex mod.
Plus proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
+1.
God damn, dude. 12, 16, 17, 18, I think.
Unfortunately, it does not hit.
Wow, that's...
Damn, seriously?
This is a very well-armored druid.
And here we are without heat metal.
I think that's fucking 3 shots I've missed now. All in the span of 1 session.
It's almost as if this area was cursed by some sort of infernal force.
Well, that was the DM talking and not anything else, so I can't metagame this shit. I have standards. Okay, now I'm going to flip him off.
Yeah, as the bullet thankfully doesn't ricochet this time, it just sort of like buries itself in one of the wooden banisters behind him. He's just like, "Is this your first time?"
Are you having performance issues?
And then as you flip him off, he just like, outsiders are so pretentious. On that note, Gralis, it is your turn.
It's like I have to look up one thing.
Perfect timing.
I just remembered I had something, and I don't remember.
That's a
what it
furry
does.
bird.
I keep forgetting how much damage I can do with my stuff.
Huh.
I'm always doing less than I can. I'm just gonna run up and stab him. That is a 2 plus 8, and so no. Make another attack against him. That's a 13, so no. I'm gonna drop my echo behind him and have my echo make an attack roll against him. That is a 23.
That'll hit.
Thank you.
And that was on the druid?
Yeah.
Well, there will be an attack of opportunity because the Wendigo is sort of in the way.
Oh, there's another thing there.
Yeah, the infected man is just like in the door. He was in the doorway to attack the shadow spirit.
If that was closer, I would have gone there first. I didn't know that was there.
Oh, you want to go for the infected person instead?
Oh, I was already in the room because I swapped.
Oh,
remember?
you were. That's right. I'm sorry.
So, Yeah.
Sorry, I got turned around in my head there, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
It's been.
So that it's
So that
just,
will
23
be an
hits.
attack on a druid then.
Yeah. So 23 hits.
We're still on our first round of combat, aren't we?
Piercer.
Yes. I still have not gone.
That is one better.
Huh.
So that is going to be 14 damage.
All right.
Fuck this guy. I really need him to take more damage than that. I'm gonna action surge and make 2 more attacks.
All right.
No. I'm guessing a 14 misses. 18. Fucking hell. We were rolling so good.
I rolled really good except on damage tonight. I've been rolling ones on damage every time tonight.
I have cursed this building. You're welcome.
I made 5 attacks against him. I hit him once.
So, yeah, unfortunately, he does dodge out of the way of most of your attacks. You manage to get a pretty good winging slash on his arm.
Can you curse?
You see the blood sort of
again?
trickle down. He's like,
I know.
At least I have my shield up, so my AC went up.
Because I've got blindness, deafness, all that.
Yeah.
on that note,
Poison.
Vane,
But
it's your
none of
go.
that's useful.
Yeah, I'm drained of spell slots. I am cantrip man now.
I am
Cantrip man.
Cantrip man.
What his-
I'm very easy to push
Caleb.
over.
His AC is very annoying, so
I
I'm
can
going
trip.
to attack him with Word of Radiance, and he must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or
Right.
take 2d6 radiant.
I'm sorry, which one was that?
Con save.
Which one were you targeting? Druid or infected man?
I'm going to be attacking the druid.
Alright.
The spellcaster is what Vane would consider more threatening.
Yeah.
That'll be a 16.
That fails.
Huh.
Caleb, you now have a sneak attack when you hit the druid.
If I hit the druid.
When?
Okay, thank you. That's a better mid-tone.
That is 7 plus 8. So that'll be 15 radiant damage.
Good to know.
How close am I to the monster?
The monster is like in the doorway, so if you were behind the shadow spirit, you'd be like 10 feet away.
10 feet? Okay.
Here's a question: does this thing have reach?
You know, since my sword is a light weapon, I can use it as my attack with my bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will take out my Sword of Greater Warning and take a swing. Please. Good sir, could a 10 hit?
I'm afraid not.
Not even if you ask nicely.
I was blinded by the glowing of the sword, as I am in great danger.
Blinded by the light.
So this is what swinging a weapon feels like.
This is literally the first time Vane's done it. Over, like, 5 sessions. Wow.
How do people do this?
So, for our other two friends, so as to not clutter up combat too much, I'm going to say that they are going to try and rush by and try to free the prisoners in the room. I'm just going to roll for attack of opportunity.
Well, if they disengage, then they can't take attacks with opportunities.
Okay.
If you just want to hurry that along.
Sure, yeah. So yes, they manage to sneak by the Wendigo as it focuses on the somewhat aggressive Vane, vaguely swinging a sword in their general direction, and rush for the cages. With that, we are back up the list to our good friend Big.
Awesome. So, who is the most dangerous at the moment?
I think me and Rallis are dealing with the druid and the...
I think everyone's been focusing on the
Yeah.
druid.
So probably if you could help with the Wendigo
Yeah, I didn't know if
and
the
keep it from
Wendigo.
mauling me to death, that would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah, if you want to handle the Wendigo for a while we try and deal with the spellcaster.
And I'm gonna try.
In truth, I was hoping that your spell would have lasted longer to have that thing in Big deal with the Wendigo while the rest of us dealt with Deja.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't roll.
Yeah. Same.
At least it ate an entire turn for the run to go, so that's cool.
True.
I basically counterspelled its whole turn.
Haha. I like your mentality.
I mean, it's the same spell slot as counterspell, so
Yeah, true.
Alright, I'm going to try casting Blindness Deafness on the Wendigo.
Hmm?
Blindness Deafness. It's a.
Oh. Alright. Is that a con save or?
Yeah.
Ah.
Is it con save? I've never looked. Does it inflict both or only one of them?
Only one.
Which one do you want to inflict?
Blindness.
I don't think it being deaf would help.
We don't know that. Maybe it tracks only by hearing.
Oh God, he loved Mozart. Now he's angrier than ever.
Bruh.
But also, find solace in that he has something in common with
That's
his
what I
idol.
was thinking. What?
I said Mozart without thinking, but actually, for a con save that will be 19, I'm afraid.
Yep. Well, my turn's done, guys. Have fun.
Hmm.
I'll get back with you in 15 minutes.
Is this where the TPK happens?
Well, it's the infected fellow's turn. He's going to try and take a swing at you, Vane. Oh,
It's two.
That's
That's
not
a-
good.
It's crumbling
that's
under its
a
own weight.
20.
Oh.
So,
Good thing I healed.
Non-nat.
no, I'm afraid that's a natural 20.
I tried.
Oh God.
So you're fucked. I'll see you in the afterlife. And we'll be joining you
Thankfully,
shortly.
rolled low, but doubled, so that's 4 slashing damage and 12 cold damage.
Okay, total.
Total of 16.
None of the player characters have races have attribute weaknesses, do they?
No, they only
A
have-
few resistances, but
yeah,
no
they have
weaknesses, I don't think.
resistances, but no weaknesses.
Like
Yeah.
weak to fire or
I
ice,
think-
like none of that.
Yeah, they avoid that with the player character stuff.
Yeah, it would be
And-
infuriating.
With the
That-
It
follow-up
could be
attack.
interesting.
You only do that if you choose to play as like a monster
Mhm.
that's like outside the typical ones you choose.
Actually, I
Then,
think it would be interesting having
Yeah.
them, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for any of them, really.
if you
And
do that
the-
in my campaign, I would suggest not choosing something weak to fire.
No, something
There's
weak
a
to
reason Vane uses fire.
weak to infernal, right?
And does a 17 hit?
Yes, it would definitely hit.
Ah.
Spellcasters are squishy. Except big, he is hard like the mountain.
So that'll be an additional 10 damage, and I need you to make me a con save.
That is 12.
You made the con save.
Jesus Christ, thank you.
Just drop and
Finally-
pretend to be dead.
I made
You'll lose interest.
a save. I succeeded. Wow. Okay.
Well done.
With a 12.
So, as we get to Dija, he is going to try and focus his magic on you again.
Damn it.
Man who flipped him off.
Not the person who
So
stabbed
I need you to
him.
make me a con save.
Or the man who lit him up with the power of God.
Are you sure it's con or wisdom?
Did you deal him any damage?
Con this time.
Did you deal him any damage?
Some radiant damage.
You're the only one so far. there.
I
That'd
stabbed
be
him.
a
Yeah, he
total of
stabbed him.
10. Wait. 11.
11?
Wait, I think. Yeah, no, my bad. 10.
10? Ah. Well, afraid of a 10 as he focuses energy on you and you try to resist whatever it is he's doing. You feel your vision slowly black out as he casts blindness deafness on you. You
I
are now
may-
blind.
I may have given him an idea. Sorry.
The marksman can no longer fire.
He can by sound.
With disadvantage. Can he break out of that?
Yep.
Probably at the start of each turn, I think. Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
he can try.
it's a con
Try.
save.
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
On success, the spell ends.
On the end of their turn.
I
Oh.
was see if I had succeeded, it would have been useful.
And that will be the end of Deja's turn. So, with that, Caleb, it is your go.
You are
Go,
now
said-
blind.
Go, said the
You are
blind
now-
man.
I see, said Caleb.
I just want to point out that you may take the dodge action even while you're blind.
I would suggest maybe just doing that.
You hurl your body at the ground.
I would not like for you to roll with disadvantage and accidentally shoot one of us.
I would love to see you
Or-
try.
You would set a
Or-
precedent to say.
Or roll 2 nat 20s.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll just go ahead and take cover. Let's just.
Yeah, as you sort of duck to one side and try to force of will your sight back into being, I suppose.
The dodge action gives anyone disadvantage on attacks made against you until the beginning of your next turn.
That's what I'm doing.
And if your turn is done, you can make your con save.
And
If you've taken damage, you could drink a potion. Like, you don't have to see to do that. Oh, huh?
how many potions did I have?
You had one, didn't you?
Shit.
Only one.
Yeah, he already drank it.
Oh, he did.
To heal back up.
I'd say you have your...
I already used my amulet of the drunkard on.
Yep.
Now I'm regretting doing that.
He's not, though.
Yeah, I'm very much alive because of it.
You know, there weren't hostages. I would have suggested we take an hour of rest, but Rallis had a mission.
Yeah, I'm already down to below half again.
I'm fine. I probably won't be in a turn, but right now...
Anyway, yeah. So I guess I'll just.
Now you've tempted
I'll
fate.
just take the
Yep.
dodge action and my
Now that the
turn.
DM's like, I haven't attacked you.
Sorry.
What was that?
Yeah, I guess I'll just take that dodge action or whatever and end my turn. So let's try to get ourselves unblind.
All right.
Will your sight into being.
Photosynthesis.
There you go. Synthesize some photons.
One nat 20.
Ah, well, of that, as you just see your vision seemingly snowflake its way back into being, and you just see Deidre look slightly unsettled, like, hey,
That's one of your
How?
spell slots, asshole!
I see, said the formerly blind man.
No, pretend that you're still blind.
if you want to, you can roll a deception check.
Pretend you're still blind and just keep shooting him.
That'd be a 9.
I hope he rolls a natural 1.
God fucking damn it.
There's no way this man could no longer be blind. That's impossible. I'm too good.
Yeah.
How do you keep doing this? What have you people done to me?
Jacob, you need to do that, but say a nat 20 on me.
Is flipped. Quick, kill his ass.
His luck has run out.
Yeah, as you just continue to sort of pretend to feel your way around the side of the wall, you're just like, fool. On that note, I believe it is your turn, Alice.
Okay, I'm gonna make 3 more attacks against him.
Would you
Ooh, 24.
Yes.
That'll hit.
Where's my D? There it is. Piercer. If I'm rolling a 1, I'm just using Piercer. Oh, that went from a 1 to a 12. So that is
Well, hey.
14 plus 22 damage. Okay, let's roll again. 26.
That'll hit.
That is 19 more damage. And I can use my Echo to attack one more time. That's 12.
That'll not hit, unfortunately.
I got 2 good hits in.
I mean, this is better
Yeah,
than
more than
what we were
anyone
doing.
else.
2 pretty solid hits in, yeah.
Is it my
Yeah.
go now?
Yes, it is your turn, Vane.
All right, I will.
You love that doesn't need power, right?
Dexterity failure.
Our rogue has been off his game today.
Dad.
You're not doing any worse than anybody else, though.
Missing shots, killing civilians, only half of those are things Rogue should do.
Alright. I'm gonna try and get this one deal to back the fuck up. So I'm going to use create bonfire under it in the door, like right, not in the doorway, but like a little bit out in front of the doorway, so it's still on the 5-foot cube on
Aren't
the
we in
thing.
a wooden building?
You have grease, right?
I can create a quart of oil or a gallon of wine.
Are you going to use create bonfire like beneath this thing?
Yeah, like towards its rear,
Hmm.
where it's looking in the door, so it's still in it, but not quite entire, like directly in the actual door frame.
Oh.
If that makes sense. So it's still where the Wendigo is, but not in the door, so we can still move
Ah.
in and out.
Yeah, you create the flame. It's sort of like gets on the beast's like back half, but it seems unbothered by this.
Is that full on immunity?
Yes, this creature seems to be immune to fire.
Hmm.
I learned.
I was about to say that was all that was went through my head was the DM is learning. But I didn't want to be that guy.
Hold up.
People are. You can't have immunity to his hellfire thing. Right?
They can't have resistance.
Ah,
It bypasses resistance.
It doesn't make them be resistant to your fire.
No, it does not affect immunity.
Damn it.
I wish it did. That would be
if
funny.
it could turn immunity into resistance.
Because then it would be like ungodly powerful. And it's probably a good thing they didn't make it that strong.
Yeah,
I
true.
lit the lava elemental on fire.
I am such a action whore. Jesus, everything is actions. I guess I'll.
I wonder if any of my spells
What?
can be bonus action.
Is it a free action to end concentration on a spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So just to keep the building from catching fire from the flames, I'll just, since it seems to be doing nothing, I'll release the bonfire.
So yeah, you just sort of like create a bonfire and then just as soon, whoop. Well, that's not happened before.
And I'll take a swing with my Sword of Greater Warning.
Ah. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
What you get?
It's another 7 to hit.
I'm afraid that's just not good enough.
Vayne, exercise your sword on, please, God. Alright, that's it. That's
But
the
yes,
turn.
as you bury the sword into the door frame yet again, the Wendigo looks at you with a sense of bestial disappointment.
It lifts its hand up above its head. I this tall.
I want to die, but your incompetence gives me confidence.
How much health do you have left?
24. So I'm good.
Is he the lowest?
As long as it doesn't
Yeah.
crit.
Yes.
Yes, with that, we are back up the list to our good friend Big.
I'd say focus more. Just keep focusing on it and hurting the Wendigo.
Again,
Like-
how close is everyone to the Wendigo?
I'm inside the room. I'm away from it.
I moved up to swing my sword at it, so I'm within like 5 feet. And thus, is it a large creature?
Hmm?
How is the creature?
Yes, it's a large creature.
So yeah, I'd be.
So it takes up a 10 by 10 foot space.
Yeah, so I'm within 5 feet of it,
On one side.
on the front of it, because it's looking out the door.
And you?
What now?
Where are you in relation to the Wendigo?
He'd also be there because he's next to the door.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be hitting any of the civilians or anything if I put the spike growth around him, would I?
I don't believe so, no.
Alright, I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that. Just I need to be able to deal damage.
Because you can do what I did and aim at the back half of the Wendigo.
It's a 20 by 20 foot square.
20
and
foot radius centered on a point
yeah,
within
20 foot
range.
radius.
When a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet traveled.
And I don't think there's
And-
any save or anything.
It's a wisdom.
No, it's not.
No, I don't.
Spike growth doesn't need
No,
a
that's
save.
that's to see it. Otherwise, it's hidden.
Yeah. These spikes, how can I see them in this building? I like to think maybe it's just like in the inside of a building it looks like splinters or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's.
Because it's supposed to be camouflage.
I'm like a druid. I'm like touching the wood and like calling upon
So it's like you see
nature
the beams
to
like
have
start
it.
to spike up with splinters.
Like a little bit
Yeah.
of life goes into them, just enough for them to grow the spikes.
Yeah, like just enough to get like a thorny branches and stuff.
Now that I'm imagining that seems like a cool image.
Oh yeah,
To
as
see the
you
splinters sort of pop up and start
Yeah, Big lays his
expanding
hand on the
out.
ground.
That's
Yeah.
what Rouse used to do when he had magic.
you sort of like slam a hand down on the ground and see hawthorns grow from the buildings, just thorns growing in a very tangled mess, and the Wendigo shifts uncomfortably.
Yeah, so it's difficult terrain. So how much can it normally move? How much can it normally move?
It can normally move 40 feet.
So it can only move the 20 now, and for every 5 of that, it moves.
I'd like to point out it's 20 feet in all directions from where you place it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
so-
just catching
So
like
how
it,
many-
and then what's behind it.
So if it moved its full movement, it'd be hit 4 times for 2d4?
Yeah, but it's only encompassed by 10 feet of it.
Oh yeah, because it's a.
The rest is
Diane.
behind it.
Oh yeah, because it's a diameter.
We just try to keep in mind if it wants to move in that way, it's going to be slowed down and damaged. I guess.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it takes, if it wants to get out of it, that's 2d4.
Makes sense. And is that your turn?
Roll the damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's 2d4 for every 5 feet, so, but it's not moving right now.
Yeah, no, it's just 2d4.
Yeah. Three.
Yep, that's a d4 for you.
Does it take your spell attack?
I doubt it.
I think it does.
I'd say so.
It's the spell attack.
Okay, well, that's
technically.
plus 6.
So
9.
9.
no.
And if it wants to leave, it's more. Yay. I slightly helped.
Yeah.
Healing Word is a bonus action spell, though. So I've got one use of that if anybody gets really low.
Okay. How many spell slots do you have left?
For Healing Word, I can cast that one more time.
You can cast that at a higher level, can't you?
I,
Is Healing Word a level 2 spell?
it's level 1.
You
Yeah.
can cast that at level 2.
Yeah, you can upcast.
Yeah.
Although it probably isn't worth it unless we're just. Like,
It's, I mean,
horribly
you'd have to be on the
desperate.
brink of death because it's not a lot of bonus to it.
With that, it is the Wendigo's turn, and since you seem to have made the ground hot thorns, it's going to try and take a swing at you, Big.
Isn't he further away?
Yeah, he'd have to come at me, bro.
Oh, yes. That's right. Since he's sort of in the doorway, he'd have to get past...
And that would be an
Vane.
attack of opportunity from me and Caleb.
That's it. That's right. That's right. So,
I'm like, I don't know, like near, I'm kind of in
yeah,
the
if you're
middle.
sort of behind them, he'd have to get past Vane and Caleb.
You're probably like 10 feet away from him or something.
Then
Yeah,
Then
it's-
he could
10,
watch me
15
miss
feet.
again.
I don't think the Wendigo would be worried about that, to be honest. They have not been having good
True,
attacks
true. I think
tonight.
it's just gonna try and push past you. You two get attacks of opportunity. So,
One second, and then I'm Cantrip Man too. And Shillelagh does not do a lot of
Non-nat 20, non-nat 20, non-nat 20, non-nat 20.
that'll hit.
Way over and on net 20.
That'll also hit.
How the turns have tied.
This is pretty much based off DM. Does he get sneak attack for this?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Just kind of hoping
Yeah.
to save
Like
this
if
one
you're
for-
Some DMs say no, some say yes, so
I was
that's what
kinda
I'm
hoping to
asking.
save
I'd
this
say if
for
he was,
Deja,
like,
to be completely honest with
Running past the doorway, there's someone on both sides, so I'd say so.
That is 9 slashing damage from me with a magical weapon.
you. I was kind
Ah.
of hoping to save this for Deja, to be honest with you.
What?
Save my next attack for when, because won't he now notice that I'm not blind?
Let me roll for him.
How observant.
I mean, you don't have to make an attack against him.
If you want
You
to
could
roll
save
deception
your
again and try and
reaction.
like make it look like a blind shot and you got lucky, then you're welcome to.
I'd say.
How good is your acting?
Because the Wendigo's kind of a problem. I think Rylus might be able to finish it.
As an additional note, he also rolled a 1 to notice, so you don't have to roll at all. Actually, he just still thinks you're blind.
He's looking at me, let's be honest.
He's more focused on the glowing metal man with spikes coming out of him.
All right, where's my gun? Here we go. That's
I
6.
swear, I can only roll 1s and 20s. I don't know why. It's
Yep.
with every single
Yep.
goddamn dice.
7, 8,
Hey,
plus
just
1,
imagine
so
what that will
that's
be when you
9.
get to be a player.
Ooh,
Oh, so just give
true.
me sneak attack. Did we say
DM said yes.
Also, the Wendigo is moving towards us, right? So it's moving out of the spikes.
Ah, yes.
So roll your
For a
2d4.
grand
So that takes-
total of a 10.
What was that?
For a grand total of 10 damage.
Ah,
Let's see.
Moving out of the spikes would take 20 of its movement.
That
It
depends on
takes
how
half.
far into it it is.
If you placed it right on it, you said it was 10 on each side. So it would be moving 5, then 5. So it would hit twice. So it'd be 4d.
Well, would it
44.
actually hit 3 times because as it's moving out, half of it would still be in the spikes?
Hmm. That's like a y'all thing. I don't know enough about that.
yeah, it'd be 44 plus your spell attack modifier twice.
Go
So
with
12.
Sorry about that, Pop.
So that's 11 from the dice, and then 6.
Plus
So
6.
17.
17.
And it would take up 20 of its movement.
Oh, yeah.
So you rolled what from the dice?
I rolled a 5 once and then a 6 one.
So that would be 11 plus 12. Because it's getting attacked on 2 separate times.
Oh, yeah, 2 separate times. So, yeah, so it would have added my spell attack bonus.
Yeah, so that'll be 23, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. And then it's going to try and take a good old claw at you.
My first attack of the session.
With a 1, it slams its hand down on the thorns. Go ahead and make it out.
That's the first attack on me this campaign.
As it claws towards you, the laws of the gods of karmic justice make its hand miss and slam down into the thorns. Go ahead and make an attack roll for those.
Is like attack, and then it just back swings too much.
Yeah, it just like back swings,
5
impales
plus 6, so 11.
If you kill this
And then
motherfucking
and then
thing
plus your
while it's
spell
trying to kill you,
With splinters to its feet.
Yeah. But plus your Rodney, is that with your spell attack?
Oh, yeah, also if it moves within 10 feet,
oh yeah, you have your reaction, don't you?
the spores attack it.
Oh my god.
I hope you kill this thing while it's trying to kill you.
Are we sure Big
Go
is
ahead
not-
and roll those dice again.
It rolled another 1.
I'm not even mad. It's
That's all the
fine.
20s from earlier. Alright, so that's just 10.
Don't worry, guys. I'm just using my bad
So,
luck and transferring it.
What does it have to roll for your spores?
Is this thing gonna be dead from?
It's gonna get poisoned now.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Let's see. It's got to beat a Constitution save or take. So it says at 6th level it's 1d6. Is that my total level or my druid level?
Total. I don't know. I think.
If it's a druid ability, probably your druid
So
level.
then it's 1d4.
I don't know. I'm gonna look that up while.
So it's a 9 con.
Yeah, so it didn't beat a 14. So
Seems not. That seems to be how numbers work.
God damn, Big. Where
Oh,
did
and
this
that's a
come
4.
from?
So it takes 4 necrotic damage as spores and mushrooms grow on it.
Isn't it also poison now?
No, that one can't actually give poison.
Oh yeah,
that's the other ability you have.
the beast, which before his turn was in very good health, just
Just took like 40-something damage.
gives a few rasping howls as the spores file through its various scratches and scrapes and take form. With that, we are back up the list to Big.
Yeah, it's my turn. That wasn't my turn.
I will point out you dealt about 70 damage to this thing, and it wasn't your turn.
What the fuck, Rodney?
Also, I will just say I looked it up, and it seems like it is based on your druid level specifically for that.
Yeah.
So yes.
Makes sense.
If it's an ability of the class, I would assume it's
It's
based off of
things
its
other
level.
than like cantrips or spell things or proficiency or whatever.
So I wanted the staff thing earlier, like on our first session. Remember?
The
Shillelagh?
shillelagh?
I haven't actually used that cantrip yet because I have
I mean,
not
not-
been in melee combat before.
Not this session, isn't it? Just that it turns into a magical weapon
Yeah,
that
it
gets
uses
plus
my
1/+1.
Wisdom as its attack, and then it gets my spell attack bonus instead of proficiency, or instead of my like weapon bonus.
It's like watching Genie from Kingdom Hearts fight. It's just silly. All of this is just silly. It's wonderful. Remind me never. to-
Spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack, and the weapon's damage die becomes a D8. It's already a D8. I'm gonna whack him with a stick.
A magic stick.
Wait, actually, I have a different magic stick spell.
What?
Arcane weapon. I'm wondering if that would be better.
Probably not, because everyone talks about shillelagh.
Let me see.
I feel like arcane weapon might just be it makes your
Well,
weapon.
shillelagh is a cantrip, but arcane
That
weapon
one
is a
doesn't have
first level
light in it.
spell.
Huh? Oh. This moment, I'm just gonna stand up for a second. I seem to have lost my pencil.
Yeah, arcane weapon. You choose a damage type of the basic element things.
There's no
You
way.
deal an extra 1d6 of the chosen type.
It would be better to use Shillelagh.
There's no
Yeah,
way.
I'd say
There's no
Shillelagh
way
is
he
probably
doesn't
better.
kill this fucking thing on his turn. There's no
I'm
way
not
he
going
does.
to.
Like,
He's going to live with 1 health.
Yeah.
well, I'm not stealing the kill
Well,
on
if it
this one because I've got to go and
near
beat
me,
up DJ
it'll
next.
continue to take the spore damage at least.
Yeah, if you want to help me deal with Deidre, that would be appreciated.
I think I'll have a sneak attack on him too. as
Yeah,
long as
I'm
I-
right there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, as long as I hit him.
I mean, you'll have sneak attack on him because I'm.
How are you going to hit me? You're blind. Hey, why do you sound like you can hear me? You're blind. Wait.
Hey, DJ, think fast.
DJ nuts.
Arthur Morgan, fan the hammer. Quick, Caleb, smoke 20 packs of cigarette to build up Deadeye.
No joke. This man's original name was Diza, but then I remembered who my players are, and I figured, that seemed like a bad idea.
Both these are nuts.
Okay, so. What would I use? What would I add to my attack roll?
Your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, does a 24 hit? Thought it might. Okay, and
He's
so
going
I
to
add
kill
my
it.
spell attack modifier to the damage.
He's going to kill it. I'm telling you.
You better kill it.
No. Yeah, I doubt it.
How much damage is that?
I rolled a 4 plus my spell attack, so 10.
I mean, that may be enough. You already did like 70.
If it's not, punch her in the face.
Bonus action. 1d4 damage.
Bonus
No,
action.
it would be 1d2.
Bonus
Oh, is it
action.
1d2?
Falco.
Yeah, and
What do you do to roll
If you
a
aren't
1d2? Just flip a coin.
pretty much.
Although I guess you could just roll a d4 and would it half the amount
You can roll these
or
nuts.
something.
D4 odds are 1, evens are 2.
Yeah.
But it's just, you roll a 1d2. And unless if you're proficient in fists, then you get a
Proficient
d4.
in fists. How do you not be proficient in fists?
Don't be a monk.
Yeah.
You're anything other than a monk or a barbarian.
Yeah.
Actually, I think fighter has a unarmed combat thing, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's any that has unarmed combat stuff.
I'm actually debating on making the multi-class I'm using with.
So you can cast Shillelagh on a quarterstaff. It says in the spell.
Yes.
A quarterstaff is already a D8 if you two-hand it, and it says it makes it a D8.
But it's a d8 single-handed as well. Its base damage is just 1d8. It's because you can use it on any weapon
Yeah.
that's like a club or something. And clubs are like 1d6.
So,
Yeah.
is this thing dead?
I'm
I
afraid
doubt-
not.
Yeah, 10 damage didn't kill it.
It's in rough shape, though.
Okay.
Now,
Just clocked it in the jaw.
whoever's turn.
Nice. That'll be the Wendigo's turn.
It starts its turn within 10 feet of me. It takes a D4.
Ah, that does. You have to roll that?
Yep, let's see.
That's 4 health.
I'll point out half the stuff you've done lately has not been on your turn.
That's 3. You feel your sins crawling up your back.
Your crimes have been noticed by forces unknown.
Is big the sands of
No.
this world?
The Arbiter.
So, it's going to try and take a claw attack at you, Big.
Natural 1.
I can take it.
Does a 22 hit?
It might.
Hmm.
I'll think about it. Crap, Big only has 1 HP. No.
Little do you know, it has the legendary action of Mythic Transformation to restore all of its health.
Bro, I believe it.
So, you take 7 damage as it gets a good claw across your chest.
Alright.
And with the bite attack, let's see if that hits. I'm afraid it's a 23.
My first damage of the campaign, fellers.
The free ride had to end eventually.
It did. Well, I normally stay near the back.
Big, you're finally part of the story.
I am.
You're in the main battle.
And that'll be 14 damage, and I need you to make me a con save.
Alright.
Yeah, you have to
Con is my saving throw. I'm
Ye-
proficient.
You actually need to make 2 concentration saves now too.
15.
That'll make it.
Sweet. And then I need to do what?
You need to make 2 concentration saves for your spell.
Yeah, to
DC
keep the,
10 each.
Keep these thorn things up.
Yeah, the spores aren't a
Or
concentration.
the spike
The
growth.
spike growth.
Yeah, but that's only one, isn't it?
You
Or-
gotta attack twice.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah,
You have to make it per each attack.
Okay. Concentration.
It would be your
Straight?
constitution.
Okay. Oh, it's Constitution.
Yeah. Yeah, it's called concentration, but it's constitution.
So would I add my saving throw bonus to that?
I believe yes.
Yes.
17 plus 6 is 23.
That makes it.
12 plus 6
That
is
makes it.
18.
It's 10.
Okay.
It's half the damage you take, or 10 if
Okay.
it's less than 10.
Alright. And
So yeah, though this thing scratches and bites you, you hold firm and manage to maintain your concentration. Then it is Deej's turn, and you see Deej smile and yet you, Rallis. You will not stop me from my work here. I need you to make me a deck save.
Okay. That's not good. Fail.
You are now restrained. And as he lifts his staff, he was going to take a whack at you.
Okay.
this dude's gonna use Shillelagh. Is he
The
copying me?
whack.
I use
And that'll
blindness, he
be
uses
a
blindness, I use
19.
Shillelagh, he uses
That will
Shillelagh.
just barely make it.
Big, I
There's my
think he's
pencil.
copying you. Are
Yeah.
you sure he's not some sort of mirror spirit or something?
It is my
So yes, as he-
evil twin brother.
So yes, as he
Small.
rips his staff with both hands, he whacks you on the side of the head with it, and it
Yes, he
jostles
Dijin
around the
Druidic is
fleshy bits
small.
inside of you as you take 12 damage.
He's named that for multiple
drops me
reasons.
To 52.
Oh wow, he did just slightly more damage than one of his cronies out there.
I need to know, how am I restrained specifically?
The wooden floor grows many vines that sort of reach
are
up and entangled. Yeah.
Good for him. That's not going to last long.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
He can teleport.
Yes, I can.
On that note, it is your turn, Caleb.
Oh no!
And I'll
I'm
say if you're going to
blind.
attack him, since he thinks you're blind, you are welcome to make it an attack with advantage.
Go ahead and do it. We can handle the Wendigo with my 10s.
Bro, I mean, we're whittling him down. The spellcaster's over here dealing melee damage.
Let's go.
They did more damage to him in one turn than these guys have done to DJ. And
So 19 plus Dex mod plus proficiency plus 1.
Like you hit. You definitely hit.
you hit.
hit.
You're welcome to roll again to see if you crit.
Yeah, roll for crit. Get that nat 20.
That was so close. It landed on the 14 next to it.
Ah. Well, regardless, you hit.
Thank God. Okay, dude. 1. Okay, a 5 plus a 1 from the enhanced gun. So that's 6. Sneak attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So did he cast a spell for Entangle, or is that just an ability he has?
An ability from his staff.
Okay.
I would like
managed to
that
land
staff.
10.
Take it.
Huh?
I managed to land 10 damage.
Ah.
God damn it.
Hey, it's damage.
Damage is damage.
And on that note, it is now Rallis' turn.
Cool, I swapped with my Echo.
You
I
alright?
was going
My
to say,
echo is
wait,
now
I was going to say I
restrained.
could take another action, right? Or
Huh?
I could take a
Bonus action, yeah.
Bonus action.
Ah, bonus action, yes. Sorry.
What can I attack with if it's a bonus?
Do you have a dagger?
I have a hand axe. And a
Hand
spear.
axes are light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go hand
can
axe
huck
at
it.
him? You,
You can huck it, or you can maybe take a swing at the Wendigo.
Am I close enough to take a swing at said Wendigo?
Oh, you can move.
Oh, sure.
Probably.
You haven't used your move action.
That's fair enough.
You would be
You're
in,
probably still
you
right
would
next
be in
to it.
thorny ground if you were to move.
Huh?
You would be in
Yeah.
thorny ground if you were to move.
There's a 20-foot square of thorns.
Oh shit,
in
I'm
the room.
affected by that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Afraid so.
Everyone is.
Yeah, that's fair.
My next thing is going to be
What
to
about
throw the
swi-
Wendigo into it.
What about a spear?
Hmm?
What about a spear?
Do you have a
That is
spear?
not-
I do have
don't
a
think you
spear.
have a spear.
If it was a javelin, I think they're light, but spears no.
I can't throw the spear. Damn.
You could throw a rock if you've got one.
I can throw that. I'll just huck the hand.
Throw a stone of sending.
A hand axe is what, a D6?
I think it's a D4.
1d6 slashing. Yes.
Isn't there a stone you can store spell in?
Yes.
What is so? Wait, if I hit him with if I hit Deja with this hand axe, do I still get a sneak attack bonus?
No, you only get sneak attack once.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say only once. He probably can tell that you can see by now.
I mean, you only get sneak attack damage
Could
once.
huck
a
this.
turn.
Ah, true.
I could move just a bit to huck this thing at the Wendigo, couldn't I?
I mean, you could do it at standing still.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Either way.
Because you're just throwing it.
All right, we'll make the attempt to huck it at the Wendigo.
All right.
Okay. Make sure I had the right die. 16, 17, 18, 19.
That'll hit.
All right, D6, D6, D6. Is this it? No. D6, 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 Ds. That's not it.
D6 is the regular die.
Yeah,
gotta
you
check
know, for
something.
some stupid reason, I couldn't find it. It was right there. I couldn't find it.
Can't find
I thought, did I just drop this thing or something? No. 1d6. And it's a 6. Max
Aha.
damage.
6 plus anything?
I don't think I get an attack bonus.
I don't know. Do you have proficiency in that? Are they simple weapons?
What?
Hand axes?
Yes.
Yes.
Do I have proficiency in
So
simples?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so wait, what
As
is
a
that?
rogue
Wait,
and an
so-
artificer.
Oh, right. Hang on a minute. I guess I forgot to write that down.
I mean, you have proficiency with all simple weapons.
We need to get our man some like poison dip needles or something.
Everything except wizard has proficiency in simple weapons.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
Does a monk actually?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
They also have special ones.
I think they also
They're
have an-
proficient with fist.
I honestly use short sword if I ever.
Although
just
I
use a
will,
weapon.
you do
Hmm.
use your strength instead of dex for a hand axe.
Oh, I use my strength.
Put those forged muscles into use.
I'd like to
have
point out
strength
a
mod.
Google autofill is how do you abuse Echo Knight? I want to believe that's just a DM just going, how do I fucking trap my player? He keeps breaking out of everything.
Anyway, so what attack bonus do I get for? hand
You
axe?
don't if it's a bonus
No.
attack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So 6 damage to that Wendigo. Still standing?
Still standing.
God damn.
It now has an axe buried in its side, so that's something.
Now cast heat metal on it. You have now closed the wound.
For that, it is now. Oh no. Oh wait, yeah, it's Relice's turn.
Yeah.
Or no, I thought Rallis just went.
No. I was
he's
gonna go, and then he used his bonus action to make the attack.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right,
okay.
yeah.
No, didn't you teleport?
I,
He was going to, but
I go
then-
after him.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Caleb forgot to do the bonus thing.
Okay. So
So he
yeah,
decided to do it.
swap.
Oh yeah.
I was looking in to see if I can, if an Echo Knight's echo can actually be restrained. I couldn't find
I
anything.
don't think it can.
Yeah,
Maybe it can.
it's not a creature.
Hold on.
Well, I don't
So-
imagine you could.
I'd
summon
say
it
yeah.
into
I'd
the-
say for the purpose of this, yes.
Yeah, for the purposes of this, probably, but I don't think naturally it could be. But I'm swapping from a restrained position to an unrestrained
It
position.
has immunity to all conditions.
Kinda
Okay.
can. All right.
Okay. I was gonna look that up because if not, I was just going to summon it at next
I don't
turn.
know why it can't be restrained, but sure.
It doesn't
It's a
make lot of
magical
sense.
object.
I guess because it's only vaguely there.
I don't know.
21 to hit.
It doesn't make a ton of
That'll
sense
hit.
what it can and can't do.
It's fucking
Uh,
weird.
Here's my
It
D12.
doesn't seem balanced well.
Piercer.
Is this a new class?
It's
That's
from-
still a 1,
Your
so
new
that's
subclass?
going to be
It's from Eberron.
11.
Is that
So
new?
All right.
20.
Make
18,
another attack.
19.
It hasn't been balanced yet.
I mean, it's like
Nope.
it's on fighter, so it's like
Third attack.
fighter
And
doesn't
that's
do much cool.
going to be a 50. Okay.
But now it has a shadow clone
Nope.
that it can.
My
swap
other two
to.
were too low.
All right.
Every class has broken stuff,
Yeah.
except
How fucked up does this guy look?
Alchemy.
He seems to be in fairly rough shape. He's panting a bit and holding his side.
Look at alchemy
Okay.
subclass compared to any of the others.
I don't think there's anything else I can do on my turn, so Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
All right. It's now your turn, Big.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Oh, is it not my turn? Because I was last.
Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. It is your turn. I'm sorry.
About to say,
I am firing my Eldritch Blast at the Wendigo.
our warlock is being a warlock.
How many Eldritch Blasts do you get now? Just 2?
It fires 2 bolts.
Okay.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Are
What'd
they
you roll?
strawberry scented?
That is a nat 20.
Good.
Ah, that'll hit.
Kill it.
This was my kill.
Kill it and then turn and murder Deja.
So the critting one is hitting the Wendigo.
Are we finally up to 79? Or is it still 8?
78.
Okay.
Do you double it before or after you add your spell attack modifier?
We've
I
been
think
doubling it
before.
after.
After.
Oh, have we? Oh.
So 8 plus 8 is...
I wouldn't know. I don't roll a 20 to attack.
So that's 16. Okay, so that'd be 16 doubled.
32.
Nice.
Hmm.
And then the second beam will fire.
I went to college!
Is it still standing after the first beam?
Ah, yes.
Alright, so the second beam I'll also fire at the Wendigo. That one also probably hits with a 22.
That'll hit.
It would be very likely.
This boss encounter went much better than the last one.
It started off rocky.
Yeah.
It is... Oh, hold on. I also forgot it does bonus because I have Agonizing Blast.
Yeah, that adds your
So
charisma modifier again.
So that's 10 damage from Agonizing Blast, and then 13 more force damage.
All right.
Wouldn't it be 15 with your crit and your second attack?
Agonizing Blast happens after.
So how much was that total?
It was 13 plus 10 plus 32. So it'd be 23 plus 32. So 45? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 45 to the Wendigo.
Hmm.
And force damage.
Ah, yeah, you get 2 very good hits on it, and it staggers a bit, but is still standing. With that, is your turn, Big. As we make our way back up the list.
You guys remember when Zargo pushed a T-Rex 10 feet?
I can't whack it with the Shillelagh staff and do another spell, though, can I?
If the spell's a bonus action, you can. Because it's just your regular weapon attack.
The only bonus action spells I have are Shillelagh and Healing Word.
You could Healing Word.
I mean, we don't really
could.
need it right now.
Yeah, but I don't need that.
I'd say
spell
just
slot
give them
wasted.
give it the whack.
That did not hit.
What'd you roll?
Even using your spell attack?
Yeah, that was a 4.
Oh.
Plus 6 is 10. Well, that was a good turn.
I mean, you could run away from it and force it to walk through the spikes again.
Well, it's out of the spikes by now, I'm sure.
That's why you make it go back in.
Well, it's like on the edge of the spikes, I'd say. But you'd probably have to, but it would probably take one more round moving out.
So it's still in the spikes?
I believe so.
Did it not take, or
it didn't move.
It hasn't moved.
it takes at the start of its turn?
No, it's only when it moves.
It's
No,
only
it-
when it moves.
Yeah.
When it moves.
Spike growth?
Yes. Spike growth.
Because you're stepping on them to move.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah,
it
otherwise
moves,
these guys would also be taking
Yeah,
damage.
whenever it moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4. Otherwise, it will
Well, it does take my spore damage, though. Being near me.
Huh. How much is that?
Just 4. Or just a d4. So, 2. Oh boy.
That was,
How do you want to do this?
That was its exact function, wasn't it?
I swear, I never get to actually kill anything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the spores killed it. It's just consumed by fungus until there's nothing left.
Like it's coming down
Do
to
you
swing,
want-
and it's just you see mold.
Do you want to drop your spike growth?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, as the Wendigo is panting, it sort of like leans forward onto the ground, like. And you, being the good druid you are, just sort of like very carefully reach a hand forward and say, "Rest now," as the spores enter its throat and quickly close off its throat, granting it a fairly quick death, which The serenity of which is somewhat mitigated by the fact that it falls onto spikes and blood pools around it. But alas, it didn't suffer.
It will be recycled by the mushrooms.
Hmm.
It
Of
is
that,
the way of the circle of the spores.
of that, DJ looks over towards the slain Wendigo. You killed my brother.
Your
And,
brother was a whore.
And as he says that, he taps the staff on the ground. You feel the room shaking as set vines and branches begin to grow from the tree. The floor beneath you begins to crumble, and
There's
you
a tree.
Hmm?
There's a tree. I bet. I didn't know.
He stabs the staff into the ground, and it begins to grow into a tree.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Oh yeah. The floor beneath you creaks from the additional weights as as the roots burrow their way into the ground. And I need everyone in the room to make me a dex save.
Oh, well, I'm not in the room.
Fail.
I am.
Did you say a deck save?
No, you're still outside. You're in the hallway with us, remember?
I'm the only one in there.
Yeah,
Oh.
he's the only one actually in the room.
I was the one fighting.
We're all just like, eh.
We're ranged guys.
Yeah, we're all ranged or dealing with the thing trying to maul us.
Solidarity in numbers.
If it makes you feel better, DJ also failed.
Can't handle your spells, huh?
Poor calculation on his
He
part.
he just opened up the thing. I fell and grabbed him by the ankle and just dragged him down with me.
Yeah, he starts to make his way onto the branches of the tree and be left. As you begin to fall, Rallis, you grab onto his ankle and add about 400 pounds to his grip strength.
Flood the lower levels. I will survive. He will not.
I mean,
And as the two of you fall, you will take 16 fall damage.
Cool.
if by flood you mean with flames of purging fire.
Let's wait till we get the innocents out, please.
I mean, they're all
Thankfully, you
lower
see your
floor.
companions off to one side, sort of very quickly tying the survivors and making little harnesses for them.
So how far down do we fall?
You fall down to the first level. So from the other side, you can kind of hear the barking of dogs as they sort of scratch at the druids you've imprisoned.
So they fell into the ground floor.
Okay.
Mhm.
So where are the prisoners? My bad.
They're being freed by Anika and Noose.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we don't have to worry about that no more.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's cast AoE spells.
But yes, that is Deej's turn as a good bit of damage is done, and a tree falls near the two of you.
Ah, yes, my favorite turn, suicide.
How far exactly did we fall? Like feet wise?
About 90 feet.
Okay.
That's
so
a lot of damage.
I'm not even going to bother with my echo because it cannot reach
We didn't
us.
fall, right?
No.
Okay.
It was just me.
There's just an abyss now.
Are we
yeah.
both prone?
You are both prone, yes.
Cool. I believe I go after. I'm.
That's
you're
Caleb
next.
next.
But- yeah, he's next, but all he can really do is fire down. But I get to get up while he's still prone.
And I'll be able to get a advantage blast.
Yeah, and I'll be able to summon
So,
my echo and
Caleb?
make 3 attacks with advantage.
Yes. All right. Let's finish this, please.
I mean, we've not dealt Deja too much damage.
Don't some.
Yeah, like not none, but not a ton.
His fuckers are
107 damage.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You have it.
I have
Okay.
fucked him up.
Okay, because
I
we've
also
been
hit
focusing
him
on the
Yes.
Wendigo.
Yeah, he hit him once. I
Anyway.
did the rest of the damage.
For like 12
so-
damage or something.
And I
Just
think
shoot at him.
Zorn
Huh?
shot
Able.
him once.
Yeah.
I mean, they're prone, so you get advantage.
How many spell slots do you have?
He has bullets.
I was about to say, like, he never
Gods,
got spells.
and
but
they- gods spell
artificers
slots.
get spells.
Yeah, all of his spells are movement. Because that's just his thing. His spells are all about movement and agility. And stuff.
21.
That's his build.
That'll hit.
It's his flavor.
Yeah.
Flavor is better than meta.
It's a JoJo's thing.
6, and I don't think I get sneak attack, do I?
You have
Hail
advantage.
to you.
Yeah, you have advantage because he's prone.
That is still my favorite.
Yes.
So yes, you do.
That's my
okay.
favorite stand. Like
This is gonna be what
flavor-wise,
kills him.
Is the hill to
All
you
the
guy.
damage I've done,
I love
nothing.
its
This is what
design. I
kills
love
him.
its gimmick. I hate how they beat the guy.
Wait, fuck, what did I roll on the 2d8s? What did I say was? A 6?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Golden experience is
That was a
creepy
3,
with eyes.
7, 9. Oh,
Yes.
it'd be a 7 technically because of the enhanced
Stands should
weapon.
not have
Ah,
human
yes.
eyes.
And then I rolled a 3, so that's a 10.
It's like
14.
imperfect cell with baby
So-
doll eyes.
As the pair fall to the ground, DJ starts to push his way to his feet. He gets up to his knees. You idiots. You ruined everything. As soon as I get back,
Can-
you're all going to.
Can
And
I,
as he speaks,
Can
a
I
bullet-
jump up and just pull him back?
and as Rallis grabs him and sort of like pulls him back onto his back as a grapple, saying, "Nope, not getting away this time." You
We've had
hear,
enough of that.
hear a very loud bang as the bullet of our dear friend Caleb pierces through his skull and ends his ramblings.
So I definitely want to get into everything after this next time. But let's
yes.
get loot now, before we forget.
So,
Loot.
Just from everything. I wanted to loot even the two that we killed earlier when it was the three of us and Monster.
Solid
But-
question, does this level us up or are we close?
We just had leveled up.
We just
yeah, that's
leveled up a
true.
couple sessions ago.
yeah, no level up this time, I'm afraid.
God, it feels like it was a while ago.
It's been 2 weeks or 3.
So,
This is the third week.
as you see a small chest fall to the ground near you, full of 4 daggers, 3 maces, 80 gold coins, a necklace, an emerald ring, a set of 12 darts. You also get the
This is sack 4 daggers, 3 maces,
Yep.
80 gold.
Mhm.
That's all by Rallis, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna write it all
Yeah,
down.
I'll
We can
just-
split it up.
I'll just have.
Yeah.
Let's just have Rallis.
You're getting the darts, all 12 darts, so you can just have
Oh,
that.
yeah.
What else am I missing so far?
a necklace
Necklace.
and an emerald ring. You also get, and I'm going to point out too big as I say this, because I feel like this is the thing that he'll be interested in. The Staff of the Woodlands.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, he can have that.
That's I told Rallis earlier if I could, I'd like to get the staff. Or I told you.
You told me.
Yeah.
Like,
Surprise.
it's a druid staff. You can have
Well,
it.
I didn't know because like y'all are like, oh, it's loot.
Surprise! It goes to
Yeah,
Vane.
let's
I would not have been shocked.
let's
Vane
quickly
the
go
tree,
through the.
man.
I was a paladin, and we gave a magic sword to an NPC.
Let,
When I was like, man, I could really use a good sword.
here's the scene. Giant, you did somewhat okay, and he swings the staff at your head and just leaves it with you. He just
Kinda
throws. He
okay
chucks it
didn't
across
move
the
to the
room.
Just pole vault throw.
I love
or
DPS.
spear throw.
I love DPS Druid. That's my favorite role in D&D.
There
So-
you go.
The Staff of the Woodlands has +2 to attack and damage rolls from attacks made with it. You can cast Pass Without Trace once per day.
That's
You
useful.
can already do
You
that.
can cast Awaken once per 3 days. And it can go into its tree form once per day. The tree form is you can use an action to plant one end of a staff in fertile earth and expend transform it into a healthy tree. The tree is 60 feet tall and has a 5-foot diameter trunk, and its branches at the top spread out in a 20-foot radius.
That awaken thing will be really good if I manage to get like knocked out by something. I can't.
Oh no,
use it-
Awaken is you touch something and it becomes sentient.
Oh, that
So you
kind
can-
of awaken.
Yeah, you
sorry.
you can create like
he can turn your gun alive.
The living gun.
Okay, so what was the first thing it could do?
cast Pass Without a Trace once per day.
Is there anything else that we get throughout this area?
Not
I mean,
currently.
I'm pretty satisfied.
Okay. 20 gold to everyone then.
Sweet. And then, what was that ring?
An
Actually, Caleb,
emerald
you can have
ring.
my 20. So
Huh?
you can have. Caleb can have my 20.
Okay. I'm
302 gold.
gonna hold on to the necklace and emerald ring.
Yeah, just,
Does anyone want a mace?
no, I already have a silver one.
None of us need a mace. I can't even.
Do you
use
want the
metal
4
weapons.
daggers for another throwing weapon?
Yes.
Yeah, you can have
And
the 4
also, can
daggers.
I get my hand axe back?
Yes, you retrieve your hand axe, I'd say.
Yeah, after grabbing that stuff, I'll go retrieve
I will
my.
You also find Deej's journal.
Honestly, with hand axes and javelins, I usually just assume, unless it's something happened to break it, I usually just assume they retrieved it.
Thor.
Yeah, I'll go meet back up with
You can
everyone
do
and
that
retrieve my
with
stuff.
some classes.
Oh yeah.
You can. I forget what one it is, though.
There's a paladin one that does.
I
it.
know the
that.
hexblade can do it.
Oh, it went
Well,
out
that's the
again.
hexblade's whole thing.
Yeah,
Streetlight
and then
went out
there's,
again.
I think
Ah.
hexblade can do it.
So,
Um,
yeah, I think that's good for
Can
tonight.
that one
Yeah.
half elf?
Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next time.